Welcome to the March Madness episode of the Sean and Gabe Show. I'm your host, Gabe Lewis.
I'm Sean Davis.
I'm your other host, Tyler Owen.
And
This
today,
is the Sean and Gabe Show.
shut up, dude. Today we have my stupid older brother.
Tyler Owen.
Whatever. So, on Instagram, we asked you guys, give us some of your favorite bands and musical artists, and you guys didn't give us enough.
Well, he gave us some, but a lot of them were not up to par.
Yeah,
And
pathetic guys.
They're more favorites rather than the best.
Yeah.
So I kind of just had to skip out on some of them, but I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
So we did that because we're going to do a March Madness style bracket to determine the best band of all time. And let's get right into it with the metal region, the East region, the 1 seed Metallica against Anthrax.
Well, this is
It's a hard one.
a very easy choice.
Okay, well,
Okay.
What do you have to say?
Okay,
Sean?
remember for the first round we have to give each band's best album.
Okay, fine.
So what is Metallica's best album and Anthrax's best album?
Okay, we'll start with Anthrax because that's the easier one. It's Cotton Amash. Or
Yeah.
no, it's called Among the Living. But it has like
Cotton
all their
Amash.
biggest songs on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cotton Amash, Indians. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta represent them.
I've heard that they're really good live and shit like that, but that's like the only good thing about Anthrax that I know of,
Yeah.
honestly.
So
And then Metallica's best album is, for me, it's a toss-up between Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning.
Same.
mine is Kill 'Em All.
Yeah, that's good. As long as it's not Saint Anger.
I really like Kill 'Em All though, because it has a lot of Dave riffs on it and shit. But
Yeah.
That's their Megadeth album. But
yeah.
Dave's not singing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's a Dave album.
Yeah, dude. Like he wrote like all
Megadeth
that
album.
shit.
I mean, did Dave? Okay, we'll get to that when we get to Megadeth. But
Alright, yeah.
That's a whole different episode right there.
Yeah. I think Metallica is better.
I'm voting Metallica.
In the
I
long
mean,
run.
it's a toss-up to me because, Anthrax is a way bigger band, but I will have to say Metallica's better.
Well, it doesn't matter because
In
we
the
shot already
East
said
Division,
Metallica.
You said?
Yeah, this is the East,
Okay.
the metal.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was some hunting going on out here.
Okay. So the next,
some wild
the
animals.
3
outside.
seed Black Sabbath versus the 6 seed Pantera.
That is tough.
Dude, that really fucking is, dude.
This is up to you. I barely listen
that's
to
the
either of
hardest
these guys,
choice.
so
Okay, Gabe.
I'm gonna put my vote right away because I don't want my vote to be the deciding vote when I don't know about either of them, and I'll do Black Sabbath.
Okay, because the thing is, like, what was the requirements? Is it which one that we like the most?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing like albums.
Okay, no, I was just saying for the first round we just give their best album for every band, but it doesn't. That's not the determining factor.
So hard. That's so hard. Pantera, dude. Like even Sabbath. Well, I think Black Sabbath and Pantera both have like all their, like a lot of their albums are really fucking good. Just 'cause it's really hard to choose in that way.
That is the thing about Black Sabbath is, like, they're only known for, like, 2 albums. Pantera's known for, like, 4.
Pantera, like every single one of their albums that they dropped when they were around, just like
Okay,
They
well,
were
did
awesome.
you know did you listen to them in the 80s? When they were in the 80s?
oh no, fuck that, bro. I don't like that shit. I don't even count that shit, honestly. I don't even count it. I totally forget
it
about it
bad?
every time.
It's
It's like hair metal,
yeah.
and it's not.
The
it's
only
not
good thing about that
what it
was
used to.
Dimebag's riffs on that stuff.
Yeah.
He'll always write good riffs.
Well, Vinnie Paul too. I mean, he's a fucking good ass.
Okay, because Pantera's best album is Cowboys from Hell, in my opinion. Or Far Beyond Driven.
Yes. Yes.
What about Black Sabbath's best album?
It's obviously Paranoid. There's no doubt about that. That album is legendary, Sean.
Dude, you sound like Bobby Balsers. No doubt about that.
I do love that album, but yeah, I would probably have to agree.
But now you guys got to vote.
Oh,
Who's the better
Pantera.
band?
Oh yeah.
We're doing Pantera.
So
yeah,
you're the deciding
I'm
vote.
honestly I can go with that. I love Pantera.
Wow.
Dude, they're gods, man. That was
So
a-
Anthrax is in the lead right now.
Anthrax is out. They're gonna be the 1 seed in the losers bracket.
Okay.
Okay. Judas Priest is the 4 seed against the 5th seed, Megadeth.
Megadeth is the 5th seed.
Because the way this one worked out is album sales, and Judas Priest
I'm
had
going
more.
Megadeth.
yeah.
As much as I love Judas Priest.
Yeah,
Judas Priest is really good, but
Actually, the only reason why I'm saying that is because Rob Halford.
he's a queer. And we
Yeah,
can't be
he
having that.
kind of
Nah.
he likes going in and out of closets.
Yeah.
And
No,
you
I don't.
can't like that.
No, I don't have a problem with that. I just, I don't know. I think Megadeth's
What do
a
you
better
mean going
band.
in and out? What's your out?
What do you mean by not having a problem with that, Sean?
I don't have a problem with homosexuals.
Are you trying to
I'm not trying
mention
to.
something?
No.
No, I'm just okay. It's okay. I think Megadeth is just a better band.
Yeah.
So
They
does
got way
Dave
more
write pretty
technical
much
shit.
everything for Megadeth?
Oh yeah, dude. He wrote the first 3 albums by himself.
What's the best album?
He was determined to play fast and better than Metallica, and he did.
The best album?
That's like the hardest choice, really, because, like, as I've listened to Megadeth, I've slowly grown attached to like each of their albums, and they kind of all have become my favorite over time, and then less. I don't know. It's weird.
When I really got into Megadeth, it was Killing Is My Business.
Yeah, same.
And then I moved into So Far So Good So What. That was a good album.
That's such a good album, dude.
And then that's the best title for an album ever.
Yeah, dude. I love the cover. It's awesome.
But Rust in Peace is their masterpiece.
Yeah, Marty Friedman, man, fucking god.
We're just gonna I'm gonna say Peace Sells. That's my favorite at the moment. Peace Sells, but who's buying?
I really like Peace Sells, but Rust in Peace, definitely. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Megadeth or Judas Priest, right?
Yeah. I did Megadeth.
Okay, cool.
So all 3 of us did Megadeth.
Yeah.
What's Judas Priest's best album?
Screaming for Vengeance.
Whichever one that had
The Priest Guide Down.
no, it's like a red. It's like a red album, and he has like a fucking like thing going through his eyeball. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's like a red. I don't know. I
Stained
really like that.
Class.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that one.
Screaming for Vengeance has like You Got Another Thing Coming,
I think my buddy Brandon's got that one.
and Electric Eye.
Electric Eye. Okay. The 2 seed Iron Maiden versus the 7 seed Slayer.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, for real. I can't deny that, dude. Iron Maiden's
Too many
unbeatable, man.
classics.
They're, dude, like, oh my god, dude. They're just so fucking good.
That Killers album. You ever listen to that album?
Yeah, dude.
Wrathchild? Dude.
Is that the one with like the bass line in the intro?
Yeah.
That's fucking like awesome.
Yeah.
I love that shit. That's a good
Me
song.
too. Gabe, you want to talk at all? Or?
Well, dude, I don't know that much about metal, so I can't really say much.
Okay, next.
So you never said Slayer's best album.
Oh, Slayer.
It's the one with the pentagram.
Oh,
No.
yeah, that
No.
one.
Well, actually,
Is
It
that
was, for me, Show No Mercy.
Show
Their
No
first
Mercy's
one.
really good, man. But I honestly, my favorite is probably Seasons in the Abyss. I really like that album.
Yeah. I would say... I'm going to say Hell Awaits.
Hell Awaits, dude. Underrated album for sure.
Okay, dude, the second seed is gonna be brutal. Do you want to do just all the first round or that second round, or do you want to just do the whole division at one time?
We should stick with the whole division if we're doing that. Do one division at a time, like the full thing.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, the second round's gonna be brutal. Metallica versus Pantera.
I'm going to have to go Metallica. You know this is going to turn into a Metallica Megadeth debate, and that's gonna
Dude,
be a whole
I don't know,
episode.
dude. The next round is gonna be hard for Megadeth, dude.
Oh, that's such a hard choice.
Okay, so what are the requirements for the second round?
The second round, now we're just to the point where it's just our favorite now.
Well, Pantera.
We
I
have to
like
we have to
better.
provide an example though, right?
Yeah. Just say like their best song,
I
or
don't
like
know.
what are their? I don't
In
know.
popularity, like Metallica is like way bigger, and just like fucking everybody loves Metallica and shit.
You ever listen to
But-
Leper Messiah?
Yeah.
That's the only proof I need. That song is crazy good.
I mean, it's a good
Which
song,
Dave
but
wrote, by the way.
I mean, I'm
He
not
wrote that
surprised.
riff.
I'm really not surprised.
He stole everything.
He didn't steal
Lars Ulrich stole
it.
everything.
Lars fucking stole it. All right,
Piece of garbage, Lars.
dude. They
Yeah,
literally
go back to Denmark. Play tennis with your 5'3" girl boobs body. He did. He took a lot
fucking
of estrogen
Lars.
with Rob Halford.
Dude, he looks like he looks the least likely to be like a metalhead, Lars.
He looks like he came from the regular show, honestly.
Yeah. Dude, I really do think Pantera is like the best. Like they literally all 4 of their members just fucking god tier. I just can't deny that, man. Pantera, it's gotta go. I'm sorry, it's gotta move
So
on.
on the deciding vote.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? This is a good way to compare them, is by band member. Like, who's the better drummer? Who's the better bass player?
Agreed.
But then also you have to say who's a better songwriter. That's the thing. Like, who wrote the songs of Pantera? I think all 4 did.
Probably.
And Metallica is mainly just Hetfield and Ulrich. Basically just Hetfield.
Well, I'm the deciding vote.
I'm voting Metallica, even though Rex Brown needs a shout out. because
For
he's a
real,
killer
dog.
bass player.
So what it sounds like is when Pantera started, they weren't that good. But
Shout out to
then
Rex Brown. If you ever want to be on the show, hit me up. I will gladly have
Dude,
you
we
on.
got Rex Brown. I don't know who that
We've
is.
been asking for you for years.
Dude, he's the
even though this
bassist
podcast has
Pantera.
only been
No.
alive for a few
Nah,
months.
but or fill out someone, I would be glad.
Or Tyler Owen, if you hear this again, you owe me $20.
Well,
I'm sure he won't.
This
Yeah,
sucks.
you were crap last time I heard you.
Sucks I know nothing about metal, and I'm the deciding vote.
Okay.
But
I already know what's happening. Just say it, man. Just say it.
I'm going Metallica. I just know more from them.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
do
get
you
it.
not remember when I first got into them? How old were you? Were you in 3rd grade?
I don't know. I was like 7. I was like 10
Yeah,
or
probably
something.
around there.
Because I got into my 6th grade year. That's when I really got into metal. Because it was honestly because of Guitar Hero.
Dude, literally
3.
same, man. Well, not from
I
Guitar
heard
Hero.
one by Metallica. And okay, guys, by this time,
But... Oh yeah.
I only listened to
Raining
this-
Blood.
I only listened to the stuff that my mom and dad played. And my mom just played a bunch of worship music all the time, which I'm not saying, but that's all I knew. And then my dad played like ZZ Top and weird stuff like that, like weird blues guitar players that no one knows about. So when I heard One by Metallica, dude, that changes your life.
Dude, it did, man.
That double drum part, that's crazy. And then I went down a rabbit hole.
The first double pedals you ever heard.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Same, pretty
And
much.
then I got into Metallica, and then I got into Judas Priest, and I found out Rob Halford was gay.
Yeah, and then turned them
And
off.
then that's why they're the 4th seed.
Well, I don't know. Even though like it's an overplayed song, try not to like hum along or try not to tap your foot or headbang to Enter Sandman.
Fuck that song, bro.
Oh yeah,
dude, it's hard, dude. Not to at least tap your foot or something
No,
to it, dude.
no.
Oh
it's
yeah,
not.
like
No,
okay, but
fuck
dude,
that.
if you're getting ready for like a sports match, right, like a game,
Okay, I know.
and
Like
you're getting pumped
every
up,
time I go to a football game, they're playing that shit, dude. Like every time.
or Hell's Bells, those 2 songs right there.
Okay,
is
well
all
that's
you need.
AC/DC.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
So the next, well, they're not in the metal bracket. So why are you talking about that?
Thanks for
All right,
reminding me.
next.
Next is Megadeth versus Iron Maiden.
Okay,
Megadeth's got insane riffs, like fucking some crazy fast shit.
Yeah, but Iron Maiden has twin guitars.
But Iron Maiden has a lot of galloping and
Megadeth.
shit. Iron
See,
Maiden
I
has,
don't know that
dude.
about
Iron Maiden has triple guitars, like literally. Like they have albums with fucking 3 guitars.
they're so good at writing their songs that they're the only metal band I could think of that at that time who incorporated a synthesizer made them sound better.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Like Caught Somewhere in Time, that
That's like-
album is their best album.
Dude, that hands down for real.
And then
I fucking love that album.
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
Hell yes.
Seventh Son
Infinite
of a
Dreams.
Seventh
You know
Son?
Infinite Dreams?
Yeah,
That's- dude, I fucking love that intro,
that's
dude.
I know, dude.
That's so
those
groovy.
guitars and then the
Oh
Prophecy.
my god. Yes, dude.
Those
The
twin
Prophecy.
guitars are just.
Oh my god.
That is their bread and butter. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad we agree, because yeah.
But
I don't know. But Megadeth, bro.
you can't go against Dave Mustaine. Without him, there would be no thrash metal.
He has some insane riffs that I can't even imagine how he wrote that shit. Honestly,
You have
I
to
don't
be
know.
on drugs. I feel like.
He probably
He
was.
was,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, he was. He definitely was.
I mean, he's the only guy I knew that ran a band and drugs at the same time.
He said in an interview that he basically tried every drug that you can think of.
At the same time. He did at one time. After So Far, So Good, So What, that's when he was like the most messed up. There's a video I'll have to show you later
Oh man.
where he's live in Oakland in '88 and he's like swearing at these fans for no reason. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, but
Who you voting for?
it's not that easy. Once you get to these like kind of bands, you can't just go like, oh.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
This is tough, man.
But we
Okay,
have
so
to.
maybe we should compare the peak years, like when they're the most popular or like their best work. So like, are we just counting Bruce Dickinson? Because he didn't get in until Number of the
Yeah.
Beast. They had 2 albums before that, and both of them are pretty legendary.
Well, who was the fucking vocalist on the first? It was like
His name was Paul Di'Anno.
Oh yeah, Paul Di'Anno, right?
It was Pete Best, and he got replaced.
Well, also,
Pete Best and then Keith Moon.
I'm gonna, dude. This one song, this one Iron Maiden song, just played in my head over and over. I think it's "Road to the Hills," like the guitar part.
I got like Wrathchild stuck in my head like the fucking
Yeah.
bass intro now.
Wrathchild, that's a great song, dude. But see, to me, dude, I mean, Bruce Dickinson's a great singer. I'm not saying that, but Paul Di'Anno had the energy.
Yeah.
They were kind of more of a punk rock band though when they first started. But
I
dude,
don't
you
know,
ever listen
dude.
to The Conjuring?
Yes, dude.
That
Dude,
is crazy.
of course I've listened to the
My
Conjuring.
favorite Megadeth song of all time is "Good Morning Black Friday."
Really?
I would say so.
I was probably almost thinking the same thing. I fucking love that album, dude.
Yeah, the
My
only
Peace
song I
Sells
don't
is
really
just
like on that
crazy.
album, and people are gonna be mad at me because I know a lot of people love this song on that album, but I don't like "My Last Words." I don't know what it is. I just never got into it. I'm a huge I study Megadeth, dude.
Is that
Like-
I don't know. Is that the song that like starts off with like, man, it's hard to kind of describe, but it's like a little guitar part.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a little bit higher tone. I don't know. It's just like.
yeah,
I
it's the
think I know-
last
I
song
think
on the
I know.
album. It's after "I Ain't Superstitious."
Yeah, I fucking love that song though.
Yeah, that's a cover too. Okay,
But yeah.
Iron Maiden or Megadeth?
Well, I like Iron Maiden singing more than Megadeth's.
I know
think-
that's the thing with Megadeth, but
I think I'm gonna have to go with Megadeth.
I'm gonna
Dude.
go with Megadeth too, just because I feel like
I love Iron Maiden, but
I love Iron Maiden, but they don't have enough work compared to
I don't know.
Megadeth.
If I put them, if I put them on like a scale, I can't beat Megadeth, man. I just can't. They're just too fucking legendary.
Now, a shout out to Iron Maiden, Power Slave. That's when they really started hitting their stride.
I'm shitty shirt on, don't worry about it. I have an AC.
All right, Megadeth wins.
Metallica versus Megadeth.
Ooh, you know what? Maybe we
can't
should
do
go
this.
back to that one.
We should.
Maybe we should go to the next
yeah,
division.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should
Because
come
that's
back
a
to
whole.
that.
I mean, how many people have that debate daily?
Metallica
Dude?
and Megadeth. That is literally like the biggest fucking argument of all time.
Okay,
It is.
so now we're in the first rock division, which is the West Division, and the first seed Led Zeppelin is playing the 8 seed Rat.
Oh man.
This is Zeppelin, easy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Look, Led
Way more
Zeppelin.
songs than that.
That's tough, dude. I love, dude. I mean, Rat.
Rat, I don't really
Okay,
know
first,
that well.
best
I'm
albums.
Not gonna lie.
Led Zeppelin 2 is their best album. It's my favorite, at least.
I like the one that has yeah, it's the fucking. It's like a later one, but
Is it like a
it has like that one Ocean song on it. Something.
like what's the cover? The album cover.
It's like a chick or like a dude. I don't know what it is. It's just like a fucking mermaid. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is.
I know what you're
fucking
talking
laying
about.
there. It's blue.
Are they
There-
like the
there's,
kids?
like, two different
They're,
colors.
Like naked.
It's
No.
just like Guns N' Roses, how they have like two of the same album.
Yeah,
but they're, like,
no, I know what
different
you're
colored.
talking about. I know.
but
Yeah, it
I really
has,
like that album though.
Yeah, that's a good album. My favorite one is it called Personal Graffiti?
The one with Kashmir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's my
Immigrant Song.
Trampled Underfoot,
I
dude.
think.
Awesome song. That's my favorite Zeppelin song. But Rat, I'm gonna go with Rat because, as a musician, I feel like they impacted me more.
Then Jimmy Page, dude.
No, I mean I'm not saying they
John
didn't influence
Bonham,
me, but
dude.
I think as far as me like picking up an instrument, I heard Warren DeMartini guitar. That's what made me want to get into guitars when I heard Round and Round.
Okay, well,
I'm going Rat, but I know you guys are gonna pick Zeppelin.
yeah.
By the way, I don't hate Zeppelin.
I'm not even a big Zeppelin guy, but
I love Zeppelin,
But if you
honestly.
guys do send me hate mail, remember my name is Tyler Owen.
I was re-listening to Led Zeppelin too, and like the bass. There's just one song that had a great bass line, not Heartbreaker.
John Paul Jones is a great bass player and keyboardist.
Okay, the 3 seed Guns N' Roses versus the 6 seed Styx.
That's tough.
Okay, what's Guns N' Roses' best album, guys?
I mean, there's no debate on that.
Yeah, it's their second one.
Patience,
No,
or what? No, what was it called? GNR Lies.
GNR. It's the Terminator
I
2
don't know.
soundtrack.
No, Appetite's obviously their best
Yeah.
album.
Mr. Brownstone. I love that song.
My Michelle, great. Yeah, there's a lot of good songs on there. Rocket Queen.
Oh yeah.
Like other than just the hits, obviously, there's a lot of good songs on there. But that's we're only counting one album.
What's the other band here?
Styx.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Styx. They have a lot more work. I mean, what? Guns N' Roses only has like 4 albums.
I mean, Styx, they're pretty good live. That's all I know.
Oh, they are. I saw them last year when they played with Foreigner,
Really?
and they were killer, dude.
Yeah, I fucking saw them with Def Leppard like a few years back. I think it was like 2015 or something. It's pretty good. My mom.
How did Def Leppard sound? I heard that.
He was actually really good, man.
I heard he's not good at singing anymore.
I can't really remember that well. I just remember the drummer with one arm was kind of crazy because like, I had the camera on him for like the whole time.
Dude,
and, like,
High
Rock
Five's
of Ages
Ghost
and shit.
is the drummer.
Dude,
From Riders.
he's just going crazy with his fucking one arm just flinging.
So
all over the place.
do you know how he's able to play the drums?
Yeah, he has like a lot of different little foot things.
Yeah.
And he
They're
just
basically
makes
just
all
pedals.
kinds of different like basically synthesizes a bunch of drum sounds and shit,
Yeah.
which is it's pretty good, but I don't know. I don't hate it.
Let's go to.
I mean, you still gotta be coordinated to
Yeah,
do
you
that.
still gotta be like
okay,
fucking.
we'll get to
talented.
Def Leppard later because they come later.
Okay, so what was it? Guns N' Roses? I'm going Styx.
Yeah, we can go Styx.
I'm going Styx too.
They almost had to change
Guns N'
their name.
Roses is overrated, and the world needs to hear it about it. Right?
They almost changed their name because Styx in Greek mythology is a river that Hades owns. And they thought that Styx were Satan worshippers because of that.
Oh, well, they're renegades, so they probably are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they formed Slayer anyway, so they got the pentagram on all those albums.
The 4 seed, The Police, versus the 5 seed, Def Leppard. This one's easy for me.
What was the first band you said?
The Police.
I think the Police are crazy because they're just 3 fucking people, and they make it sound like there's more. I don't know.
I'm
They're
going
just
The
fucking
Police,
good as
dude.
shit, man.
Best album, What a Shock, Synchronicity. Close second is The Ghost of the Bashid, though.
You know what, Gabe? That is a shock because that's not their best album.
I'm not honestly too
Know
fond with
your
the Police.
place, Gabriel.
I know Def Leppard better, but I like the Police from what I do know.
What's the best Def Leppard album?
That's hard because I think it's Pyromania. A lot of people say Hysteria. Pyromania has Rock of Ages, Too Late for Love, Photograph,
Yeah.
killer songs on there. Hysteria is good. I also like High and Dry. Bring It On the Heartbreak.
Look, if we do the second round the same way we did it in
Okay,
the
because
metal,
what?
Wait, is Def Leppard versus who?
The Police.
Okay.
You're only counting, what, 2 albums from the Police?
No, I'm just saying their best one.
But,
Is-
well, no, but I'm just saying, like, you only listen to, like, 2 albums from them, right?
No, then I did the reggae,
Yeah,
however you say
whatever
it.
that one's
I did
called.
the one with Roxette on it. Is that their punk album?
That was, like, their second album, yeah. It has a message in a bottle on that one, too, I think. Police is good. I mean, I don't know, but I think for me, because now we're going to what means more, right?
No,
To
this is
us?
first round.
Oh, yeah, it's the first round.
All I'm saying is, if we do the second round the same way we did it at the last one, Def Leppard's gonna lose because didn't their producer write a lot of their songs?
Yeah, Mutt Lang.
So
He wrote.
unless we include him in the band.
He was honestly. He was a 6th member.
Well, if he's the songwriter, then obviously he is. But it's up to you guys. I already voted.
I'm going Def Leppard.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But we aren't gonna say that it was easy.
Okay.
But it was.
The 2nd seed, Van Halen, versus the 7th seed, Alice in Chains.
Ooh, that's tough.
I got a Van Halen shirt on.
Is that good luck or something?
I mean, I like Alice in Chains, but I don't know, man. I really like Van Halen.
You know, I will say Van Halen because Alice in Chains only has like 2 albums I liked.
Yeah.
In the EP.
Same.
Best Alice in Chains album.
The fucking
I think it's Facelift,
the Dirt one.
but everyone says Dirt.
That best Van Halen.
I don't even know.
gotta be
I'm
Van
not really
Halen 1,
familiar with
dude.
many other albums, honestly.
I'm doing Van Halen 1 too. Dude, they had a murder's row of albums. Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2, Women Chillin' First, then
The one with
Fair
the baby
Warning.
like smoking on the front.
Fair Warning is a great album.
I
and
like
then
that
Diver
one.
Down.
You're
but we
welcome
don't
for
talk
that
about
voice crack, by the way.
Okay. So Van Halen moves on. I freaking wrote that weird. Okay. Led Zeppelin versus Styx.
I'm going Styx.
No.
I'm going against Zeppelin the whole way.
You're going with the Zepp?
Yeah, dude.
I'm taking Zeppelin down.
Dude.
Why do
Because
I
you
have
guys
to
went against
decide it,
Rat.
dude? Why do I have to decide this?
Dude, Zeppelin is so like good. Like damn.
Dude, Jimmy Page was dating a 12-year-old at the height of their success, okay?
But John Bonham, man.
Yeah, John Bonham was cool.
Damn.
Jimmy Page like 12-year-olds, dude. Remember that. Dude, Judas Priest couldn't go on because Rob
I
Halford
can't-
was gay.
Look, I can't fact check that right now, so I'm not gonna be able to believe you. So I'm sorry.
It's true.
Crap, dude.
But he didn't get in trouble because his mom, the daughter's mom, said it was okay. Because Jimmy Page was like,
Cause it's Jimmy Page,
Loaded.
man.
it was Jimmy Page, but, I mean, dude. That's the same thing with the Beatles, and we'll get to that later. But I am going to take down Yoko Ono when we go to the Beatles. Just a heads up.
Dude, everyone will. Everyone has. Crap, dude. Okay, what's the best song from Styx and the best song from Zeppelin?
That's like picking your favorite child.
Yeah,
dude.
but this is like the only way I could decide.
Okay, Styx's best song. Wait, best one or my favorite?
Your favorite. And then, is it better than Kashmir? Because that's my favorite Zeppelin song.
I'm trying to think of my favorite Zeppelin song. It's been actually a while since I've listened to them.
I don't know. Lately, Renegade's been my favorite Styx song.
That's my favorite
I like
Styx song,
Dire
too.
Maker. That song from Zepp. That's like the best.
Crap, dude.
Renegade didn't used to be because of how overplayed it is. It used to be Best of Times.
Dude, just that one part of Renegade was just the voices singing and the drums. Like after
Tommy
the
Shaw
solo.
is a beast.
Crap, dude.
Are you okay over there?
Dude, this hurts, but I gotta go Zeppelin.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. I'm taking them down like the PMRC, boys.
Dude,
They're going down next round.
I might regret that later. Okay.
Yeah, you will.
Def Leppard versus Van Halen.
Van Halen.
Yeah. That's a given, dude.
So now we have
That one took
Led
about 10
Zeppelin
minutes.
versus Van Halen. You want to come back to this one too?
So wait, Zeppelin versus Van Halen?
Yeah.
Van Halen.
Yeah. I kind of gotta agree, dude. For real. Like Eddie, dude, he fucking
Is Eddie better than
shreds,
Jimmy
man.
Page?
Yes.
Is he more influential?
Okay. See,
Yeah,
the
he's
thing-
definitely more
See,
influential.
that's the thing too.
I would
Jimmy
say he
Page,
is, too.
honestly,
Dude, way more people say that. Like,
if you're going by
Eddie
talent,
Van
Jimmy
Halen-
Page isn't that good.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty good,
Like,
but
he's pretty sloppy.
he-
His execution's not
he's
that
not.
good.
He's just not as influential. Like you hear everybody, they're like, "Oh, I started playing guitar because fucking Eddie Van Halen Eruption solo, bro." Like, oh my god.
How many people made a
like-
Frankenstrat guitar, dude?
Yeah. Like,
The funny thing is, I was watching this interview of Eddie Van Halen. He's like, the first time I thought about tapping is when I was at a Zeppelin concert with my brother. I was seeing Jimmy Page doing something weird
Oh
with
my
one
God.
hand on a guitar.
damn.
So it's weird, but I'm going Van
I mean,
Halen too.
He was probably just doing like a pull off.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was saying he's doing something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably just yeah.
but
it's
he was,
probably
his
faster.
other hand was up like that, and everyone was like,
That's just
"What?"
for show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Van Halen, dude, and you know what? I think David Lee Roth was more influential than Eddie Van Halen. As a frontman,
Okay, wait.
as a frontman,
He's
No
one of the
one-
best frontmen of all time, but
He's a
yeah,
good
that's what-
frontman, but dude.
no one was doing the stuff he was doing at that time.
like doing
How many
shit-
people were copying him after that? Every frontman in the 80s
Well, dude, like
was
every
copying.
band copied Van Halen after that. Well, not every, but a
Well,
lot
like
of them.
what?
Dude.
The tapping? I mean, that's basically
No,
it.
like they're like,
No one really played guitar chords like Eddie.
but like the face of their like how they acted.
Maybe. But I still think that came from David Lee Roth, dude. If you look at the history of Van Halen when they were forming,
No, I'm talking about like the band Van Halen impacted so many other bands.
oh yeah. But I think it's because if you're going by stage presence, dude, David Lee Roth had more stage presence than Eddie. I mean, that band went to down the gutters after Roth left. Because, dude, Sammy Hagar, nah, dude.
I think that's gonna be the downfall of Van Halen, is if we include the Sammy Hagar stuff. But
And you
anyway.
have to if they make it to the finals.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're on to the second rock division,
Okay.
which is the North Division, and we have the first seed, the Beatles, versus the 8th seed, Foo Fighters.
Okay.
Foo Fighters versus who?
The Beatles.
Oh, dude, the Beatles.
Yeah.
Bro, that's not even comparable, Doug.
Well, dude, we had to put some random bands.
Even
Dude,
though
I'm
I
just
hate
saying.
you, Yoko Ono,
Yeah, for
but we
real.
probably want you on the show.
Okay, so what's the best album for both bands?
You can buy your own plane ticket though.
White Album.
Abbey Road.
Foo Fighters, I'm not really honestly too fond with. I know some of their shit, but I like them.
Abbey Road. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I would say the same, but
Yeah, I like Abbey
But
Road.
this
it's
is a
okay.
band bracket, not an album bracket, so they're
Yeah.
good.
and Foo Fighters' best album is their first album, which Dave Grohl did himself. So, the 3 seed Queen versus the 6 seed Kiss.
Ooh, that's tough, dude. I'm going Kiss. Kiss has way more. How many albums do
Kiss
Kiss
is a
have?
big influence, dude.
I'm going Queen, dude.
Okay, how many good albums does Queen have?
Sheer Heart Attack, News Around the World, A Night
purple
at
one.
the Opera, The Game,
Whatever one the purple one is.
the purple one.
Yeah, it's like maroon colored.
That's their greatest hits album, dude.
Oh, well, that's the one I own, so that's the only one I know.
Okay, so 4 albums. And then Kiss has Lick It Up. They have
Detroit Rock City, bro.
Yeah, Destroyer.
Fucking like that song a lot.
Destroyer has
Yeah.
all their big 70s hits on it. Dynasty, which has I Was Made for Loving You, but they have a lot of other good songs on there. There's what's the one? What's it called? Has like Unholy on it and other songs that Gene Simmons wrote. It was after like their glam stuff.
I have no idea.
Well, he's the deciding vote, so.
Okay.
I'm going Kiss.
Dude, it's Queen, dude. They're the champions of the world.
No, they're not.
Dude, oh my god, they kind of are though. I don't know.
After what James Stanko, shout out to Stanko, he told me that the dude who played Freddie Mercury,
Oh my god, don't.
No.
He told all of us this first time.
Yeah.
he had to do some crazy stuff, guys. I dare you to look into
To
it.
get in the role. James is weird, dude.
He
so
said,
don't-
I need to be like Rob Halford.
Bro, that's
If I'm
such
gonna
a
play.
lie, dog. That is not true.
I bet James asked people though. He probably looks at people that he's not sure about. Like, hey, do you know that lead actor? I think you would know him.
Well, it's up to him, dude.
I think Kiss is more influential, but yeah, I don't really think Queen's that influential, dude. Like, think about Queen, man.
That is true. Like they had good songs, but are they influential?
Yeah, dude.
In what way?
They inspire Wade's World, dude. Their band.
I thought Zeppelin did.
I think.
No.
Man, this is a hard fucking choice.
Kiss is my vote.
It's up to you, dude.
I'm not even that big on Kiss, but I do think they were more influential for people and shit, and like pretty popular. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to go with Kiss on this one.
Oh, that's
Queen-
an upset, dude.
Queen's
Let's
good,
go.
but,
That's
like,
a huge upset.
This is why we call it March Madness, because we have an upset.
All I'm gonna say is, if we look at the bands now, it'd be a terrible fight because Kiss is more of a product, and then Queen has Adam Lambert, so they're both terrible now.
Oh, yeah, dude. Another Rob Halford. All right, here we go.
Okay. The 4 seed, The Doors, versus the 5 seed, Foreigner.
I like the Doors a lot, man.
I like both bands a lot,
That's some
but
classic
Foreigner is my
shit.
favorite band of all time. So,
Look, I'm honestly, I
I'm
know,
biased.
I know Foreigner's popular shit, but other than that, I don't really know.
Dude, Jukebox Hero?
Yeah, that's like all I know.
That's a showstopper right there.
That's a good song though.
What's their best album? Let's do the best album first for
Oh.
each band.
Dude, 4 is their best album.
My favorite is their first one.
Just Foreigner?
Yeah, because Feels Like the First time was like probably my favorite song for them.
Okay. And then, what was the other band?
The Doors.
The Doors.
I'm saying LA Woman or their first one.
LA Woman's their best album.
And it's the one before Jim Morrison blew his brains or whatever. Or
He-
how did he die?
Okay, there's, no one really knows because they never did an autopsy. And he died in Paris. So maybe he ate
the
like
French
moldy
mob.
cheese and ate some snails or something. I think what happened was they thought he had some heart problems, but I think he was doing some drugs.
Yeah, probably
Probably.
coke and shit.
That makes the
He
most
died in a
sense.
bathtub too, though. So he drowned.
Jesus.
So they don't really know.
Um.
But I mean, if
Alright.
you have a heart attack, your body stops moving. So
So you're voted Foreigner.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, Foreigner probably.
You're voted Foreigner?
Yeah.
I was gonna go with The Doors.
Really?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Too late though.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't like. I love the Doors. They're good and shit. But like, I can't really even like. I don't really know that much of either of the bands. I just know what I do like.
Lou Graham.
I know the Doors has The End. I really like that song. That's a good one.
Riders
but,
Out the Storm.
yeah.
LA Woman.
Lou Graham.
That's
Light
true.
My Fire.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you want to go hits?
Yeah.
Dude, Foreigner has way more hits.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
better song, Touch Me. Okay,
Nah,
the
I'm
Soft
good.
Parade, that album kind of sucks, so let's not talk about that album. But so wow, wait, why did I put The Doors down?
Yeah,
Or
why'd you put the Doors
Jesus.
down? We didn't put money in your pocket. Foreigner won that, and we have an upset.
That's another upset, dude. Okay, the
Damn.
2 seed, Pink Floyd, versus looking back, I should have changed this band out to the Rolling Stones, but AC/DC. AC/DC versus Pink
This-
Floyd.
Pink
Oh,
Floyd.
AC/DC.
Done. No.
I'm for Pink Floyd. Are you
Dude,
joking?
Floyd, bro. Come on. No, bro.
Okay, what makes you say that? They're 2 albums.
Dude, they're so good though. I don't know.
Okay,
man.
Back in
My
Black
favorite album
versus-
you guys don't even know about probably.
What? Relics?
A momentary lapse of reason.
For Pink Floyd?
Yes.
Which one's
That's
that?
their first one?
No.
No, that was Relics. All right.
I know about Animals.
A momentary
The
lapse
Wall.
of reason is the one after the wall. No, it's after Final Cut. It's the one with all the beds on the cover on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's their best one. But AC/DC, dude? How
Yeah.
many classic albums are there? There's more classic albums, I feel like, from AC/DC than there are from
Dirty
Pink Floyd.
Deeds, boys. That's like the only one I actually own.
I'm saying Pink Floyd because
I just really I really like Pink Floyd, man. They're just trippy as hell.
yeah.
I got some groovy
Okay,
shit.
well
man.
then take their first album and compare it to AC/DC's. It's just no comparison.
Well, that's not fair.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, Pink Floyd's first album is just like really fucked up and like random. Like they were definitely on drugs, hardcore.
Well, they were on drugs on like every album, probably.
Yeah,
well,
but I
it's
don't
2 to
know,
1, so write them down.
Pink Floyd won?
They're going down though.
Dude, the next one's going to be tough.
All right, we're 50 minutes in.
Okay. But the first 10 minutes were...
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're 40 minutes in.
So the Beatles versus Kiss.
I already know there's no point because you guys are gonna buddy up and pick the Beatles.
Dude, I didn't want to include them in this thing because I knew this was gonna happen.
I know.
But I'm going Kiss, and that's primarily because John Lennon found the most annoying girl ever.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, I don't believe in violence against women, but if I was married to Yoko Ono, I'd kick her once a day.
Yeah.
Well, John Lennon did write songs about beating his wife. But
That is true. And then he wrote Imagine, which erased everything, apparently. Or no.
Well, she still
Called
loved him
Woman.
in the end, so I don't think she had a problem with it.
well, the best
Dude, I have a video to show you after this.
What?
is it her like doing her singing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's like screaming in the
Yeah.
fucking. Yeah, I've seen that
It's
shit.
so weird, dude.
Oh my goodness.
It's so fucking
That's the
bad.
best album ever.
No, okay. Quick aside, the
She
best.
reminds me of our grandma, Gabe.
Yeah, the best song off the Imagine album is "How Do You Sleep," which he wrote about Paul McCartney.
Okay, are we talking about
Why?
the Beatles or are we talking about John Lennon?
Dude, it's a great song. Okay, but that was just a.
All right, because
I
I'm
just
like
wanted to throw that
confused
in.
as shit.
Okay.
All right.
Look, dude, the Beatles had a murderous row of albums. And
I
they're
mean, that's
all.
kind of debatable, dude.
I mean, if you look at like
I
a
feel
lot of like
after
lists,
Abbey Road is when they declined.
If you
Well,
look at
they only
album
had-
sales, though, like
okay.
Rubber Soul did horrible.
well, it did horrible for the Beatles, but for any other band, it would have been good.
Yeah.
It was like only 1 million.
Well, that's because in the U.S., that's what John Lennon said. They're more popular than Jesus. And in America, they're all like, that's sacrilegious. So they all burned Beatles albums.
I'm more popular than Jesus.
You
That's
have
some
to buy them
bullshit.
to burn them, though.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but look, dude. All I'm gonna say about the Beatles, I'll actually keep that for when they are in a good fight.
Okay, just put the Beatles down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kiss. But
My vote was Kiss, though. Tyler Owen says Kiss.
Shut up.
okay,
Fucking
Foreigner
Tyler.
versus Pink Floyd.
Foreigner.
I already know my vote, bro, and you know it too.
No, this one's harder for me because Foreigner is way better than AC/DC.
I'm not going to do my Brian Johnson voice.
Okay. I know your vote. Your vote's Pink Floyd. So I'm the determining vote again. And I'm going Foreigner.
All right.
Thanks,
Just 'cause-
man.
Just because,
Is that an upset?
not because
Nah.
Pink Floyd is a bad band, but it's just because how many posers
No, I can understand.
have Pink Floyd memorabilia.
Wait,
Oh,
what
yeah,
was C
way
was
too
Pink
many.
Floyd?
What?
What C was Pink Floyd?
2.
That's an upset then, right?
Yeah, that is. Well, Foreigner was 5. Still upset.
Taking
Okay.
them down, baby.
The Beatles versus Foreigner.
That's not fair.
Dude, Beatles is like Duke. They're just running through everyone right
Okay,
now.
at least Foreigner made it that far. I'll just say that.
Dude, that's hard.
I'm going the Beatles.
Okay, so see, this is why it's weird because how do you know, like,
Because, okay, this is what I
how
was
do
gonna
you
say.
make another band have a chance?
I didn't want to include
know,
them. I
man.
did it because I knew this was going to happen.
But like in any division, really.
All I was going to say about the Beatles is they were only a band for 7 years. And they did so much. It changed the music industry so much. No other band could have done that in 7 years like them.
Elvis,
Yeah, the Beatles were a big influence.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, but
Yeah, true.
look how much
but-
time they had compared to the Beatles.
I mean, yeah, but
Mhm.
if you're just saying in 7 years. All right, just write down the Beatles. You already know your answer.
Dude, I didn't want to include them because I knew this was
You
going to
don't
happen.
need to beat around the bush. That song was about Yoko Ono, actually.
What song?
Beat around the bush.
I don't even know what that song is.
I just made that up.
Okay.
It was a bad
Beat
joke.
around.
It
So
was a
now
bad
we're
joke.
in the wild card / pop division. The first seed, Michael Jackson, is going against Flock of Seagulls, the 8 seed.
You actually put them in there?
We needed someone.
Okay, I know this is an obvious answer, but I'm going Flock of Seagulls. No song.
I know one song by them, like literally.
Yeah.
No song made them get more fit than any other
Dude,
song
any
ever.
one song I know by Michael Jackson's better than that one song by Flock of Seagulls.
That's the only song I know. Okay, fine. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson is like,
Oh, he's the
I
king.
thought we were
Wait,
gonna
he's
have
like.
the biggest upset of all
Okay,
time there.
Where
but
are we at here?
we're in the last division.
Wait, this is a pop range, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The wild card.
This should
Yeah.
go by a little faster.
Nirvana
Yeah.
versus Billy Joel.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
I never got into Billy Joel, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Billy Joel's the
same.
best.
Billy Joel, man.
I think he was kind of overrated.
I agree.
Plus, there's other people who sound just like Billy Joel.
I like Nirvana, man, for the most part.
Hall and Oates versus Eminem.
Oh my goodness, Hall and Oates.
I'm not gonna vote, dude.
Hall and Oates, you don't have to. Hall and Oates is god tier, dude. David Bowie versus Post Malone.
David,
Who?
bro.
Post Malone. We had to put
Wait,
people in here.
what are you talking about?
Post Malone versus David Bowie.
Oh, Post Malone.
That's not a good lineup, dude.
Dude, well, you guys were giving me
David
any-
Bowie, bro.
Yeah, dude, for real.
The thin white Duke. That's how he. That's how he like. came
Michael
on stage every
Jackson
time.
versus Nirvana.
Michael Jackson.
What do you think?
I'm going MJ.
Yeah, all right, that works.
Hall and Oates versus David Bowie.
I don't really know Hall & Oates, bro.
Hall and Oates.
I'm going Hall and Oates.
Okay.
Dude, you know all the
I'm
endorsement
fine
deals
with it.
you could have with that name? Hall and Oates?
Just the Oates part, that's it.
That's all you would need. You got breakfast covered for the rest of your life.
And if you get sick, you get
And
the
maybe
Halls,
lunch and dinner
the
if
Halls
you're-
cough drops. Okay.
And maybe your lunch and dinner if you're
MJ,
Amish.
Michael Jackson versus Hall and Oates. Now this one's tough for me.
No,
it's Hall
it's
and
Hall and
Oates.
Oates.
Yeah, it's Hall and Oates, dude.
Let's go. That was the fastest division ever, boys.
Well, that's the division we
I'm
didn't really
glad,
Hey,
get.
what
honestly.
seed were they?
They were 4.
That's an upset all the way.
It is, dude. Okay. So now we have to go back to the metal division because we never finished it. Metallica versus Megadeth.
Oh, no, we need to do that one last.
Yeah.
Do
let's
that one
say
last.
No,
let's
like
say
we
that.
literally have to do that next. So
Okay, fine.
the winner will play Van Halen.
Metallica versus Megadeth.
How are you going to do this one?
I think people that choose Metallica are choosing them for sole popularity, and people that choose Megadeth are choosing them because they're actually good, and like it's just like some people can't see that. I don't know, or just they don't understand. I don't
Okay,
know.
let's go by band member.
Who's the better singer?
I will have to give James that.
Yeah, dude.
But I do like Dave's vocals.
I love Dave's vocals, honestly, but it's
They
not
fit
it's not a
they
popular
fit the
opinion.
songs.
Yeah, it's not a very popular opinion though.
But see, I think James's vocals, like especially on Master of Puppets, could fit on Megadeth stuff. I feel like I could hear it.
Well, I know the bass in Megadeth was far superior.
The drummer, obviously Megadeth.
Well, except
Every
you know,
drummer.
I'm not knocking Cliff, but like, you know, I don't know.
Dave
Past rival
Ellefson
lighting
is
and
a
shit.
beast.
Dude, he is, man. He really
And
is.
then guitar.
Well, see, that's where it gets weird.
Yeah,
'cause
there's been a
Megadeth
lot
has
of
had so many
guitarists.
guitar players.
And drummers.
Gar Samuelson will always be their best drummer. And the reason why I
Wait,
say
is he on
that,
Peace Cells? Is he the
Yeah,
one? Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
the reason why I say that is because as good as Nick Menza is, he sounded more robotic to me than he did with Gar. Gar had like kind of like a spirit, kind of like energy behind it. Menza had the energy, but it sounded more like too like precise and too clean,
Yeah.
like too studio.
But dude, I
guitar
don't know.
player wise,
Friedman? Dude,
and Chris Poland together,
Yes,
that'd be
dude.
crazy.
fuck, that'd be insane.
Chris Poland had such a weird way of playing guitar. He played his power chords with his middle finger and his ring finger, and sometimes his pinky. He never used his index. The only time he'd use his index finger is if he was barring chords.
Fuck that.
Because he messed. So what happened was Chris Poland had an accident when they were on tour, where he went to go shut a window and it fell on his pinky, and it like separated his pinky from his knuckles. So he has like a half-inch extra bend on his guitar. I'm dead serious, dude. Look it up. It's crazy.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
I just love Marty Friedman. He's like my fucking idol, dude. I fucking love Marty Friedman.
Freeman, I think theory-wise is better.
He
But if you're just going to
knows
like
how
tear stuff
fucking-
up, though, Chris Poland.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
It just depends on the show.
Yeah, it really
I
does.
think, but see, all those members would beat Metallica. Like Kirk Hammett is
Easily.
nobody.
Kirk Hammett's pretty good, but definitely, yeah.
Like Dave Mustaine trashes him all the time. And that's probably because Kirk Hammett just sounds like a redhead stepchild when he plays. He's always following like Hetfield and Ulrich too.
Yeah, definitely. He's more of a linear
So you
player.
guys are going Megadeth.
Dave Mustaine has the big balls of concrete.
Yeah. I think Megadeth's better.
I want
I
to go
really do.
Megadeth.
I already know what the final is gonna be, dude.
Megadeth's newer shit's not really that good, but
I did like Dystopia.
yeah, actually, Dystopia is actually really good.
Is that their, like,
Conquer or
newest
Die on that
album?
album? That was like my favorite song.
Fatal Illusion.
Kiko Loureiro, he's actually fucking
He
insanely
is. He's
good.
like the Mexican version of Marty Friedman.
Yeah, dude. He just plays like he plays like flamingo style and shit, like some crazy shit.
Okay, wait. Before we end that debate, though, let's compare the 90s, and that's all the debate you need. Because
those
what?
two bands?
Metallica
Yeah,
only had
yes.
one good album from the 90s.
One good, like not barely
Megadeth
good.
had Rust in Peace, Countdown to Extinction. My favorite of the 90s, besides Rust in Peace, is Euthanasia.
I love Euthanasia, man.
And Cryptic Writings is a good
that's
album.
that's the thing, man. Like I've thought about that too. Like fucking Metallica has the Black Album, which is not that good. It's okay. Like
Their best songs are the ones that aren't played on that album.
I just think Megadeth's fucking better, dude. I really don't know how that's even an argument, honestly. General.
Yeah, it's not.
I was actually gonna vote Metallica, just because I know more stuff from them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
But that's sad but true.
But you know what? This has been a good conversation, and I think that our conclusion is fair.
Of the Megadeth?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now it's the final four. Megadeth versus... Megadeth was originally the 5 seed. And they're going against Van Halen, which is a 2 seed.
Are you trying to, like, stack the odds up here?
No, I'm just saying, like, this is their journey so far through the tournament.
You know they're meant for greatness.
Who?
If you're a 5th seed and you make it all the way to the finals,
Megadeth has had a hard road. They had to play Judas Priest, then Iron Maiden, and then Metallica.
Yeah.
I'm going Van Halen, dude.
Oh, I know how.
what's the
influential
requirements
Van
at this
Halen is,
point in the
but-
finals?
It's
Like,
just
how do
your
you?
which one do you like more?
Okay,
basically.
Megadeth.
Yeah.
I knew you guys were just... I know who's
Damn,
gonna...
man.
This is a good trial and
Van Halen's
error.
really good though.
This is a good trial and error for next time you guys do another bracket. You can
Yeah.
you can see what is more challenging.
Exactly. That's what I was
To
thinking
pick
too.
it.
Probably redo this next year or something.
Maybe. I
Or
kind of want to do the
another
movie
time.
one
Yeah.
next. But
Okay, next we're in the East or we're in the West versus the North Division.
Yeah. No, this is North versus South, and this is the Beatles versus Hall & Oates.
I mean, dude, you guys are gonna pick the Beatles, so just put the Beatles in there.
Might as well fucking just write it in, dog.
Just write it in
Dude,
there.
Hall & Oates is one of my favorite groups, though. So.
I do not support Yoko Ono at any means, though.
Okay.
Okay, here we
So,
go.
I knew this was gonna be the finals when we did this, dude. I didn't want to include the Beatles, but we did, and now it's Megadeth versus the Beatles.
You know what? This is super hard, and because they're so comparable.
Oh my god, man.
They're comparable in a way because without Dave Mustaine, there's no thrash metal. Because, and this is how this is why I say that, because when he got into Metallica, he was already in a band called Panic before that, and he played that way in that band. Metallica was gonna play stuff like Motorhead, stuff like that was from Britain, that wasn't that like Diamond Head. Stuff that wasn't really thrash.
Yeah, Dave definitely brought some new shit to the fucking table, bro.
But see, this is also why I say thrash metal, because he basically like showed Metallica his style, which they used throughout the 80s. Kerry King played guitar in Megadeth at first,
Yeah, dude.
before Slayer was really a thing. And he showed Kerry how to play rhythm guitar.
I know, man. I fucking know. He like taught fucking Kerry King how to play, basically.
And Kerry King is the guy who formed Slayer, basically.
Dude, he did all the solos for what are they? The fucking the party fucking what's it? The party guys. I don't know. They sing about
Steel Panther.
no fucking. They're not even like. They're like a boy band, but they're like rock. What are they? You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what
Beach
you're talking
Boys?
No. Like rock. Like they sing about partying and fucking fuck teachers and shit.
That sounds like Steel
Yeah, it
Panther.
sounds like-
you know. Oh my god.
about. Dude, I don't know who you're talking about.
They had Brass Monkey.
Oh, Beastie Boys.
Yes,
oh, yeah,
Beastie
he did
Boys.
He did the solo on Fight
Dude,
for
we
Your
should have
Right.
had the Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
in
he
this,
did the
looking
fucking
back.
solos and shit on that, dude. It's Kerry King.
Well, see how he got that gig was because the producer of License to Ill, that Beastie Boys album, was produced by Rick Rubin, who produced all Slayer's albums. But yeah, Kerry King went back and he stole his dad's bank account basically, and produced their first album. Show No Mercy, and then that was it. But yeah, dude,
Yeah,
Megadeth
dude.
affected 3 bands out of the big 4.
Megadeth is crazy, man. They're like,
Well, just basically Dave Mustaine did.
yeah. I don't know.
But the Beatles, okay, so let's talk about the Beatles history.
Okay.
I'm not as familiar with it as you probably are, but I'm pretty sure that.
Well, I think John Lennon basically carried them. Like, he was the one who really kind of started it off.
Yeah. So in the beginning it was Jod, and then he kind of.
He didn't like Paul, right?
No,
Him and Paul were super tight.
No, well, they were kind of like, at first they kind of hated each other.
I was gonna say at first I think they hate each other
They were like just super competitive with each
because
other.
of the
Yeah.
women, though, right?
Well, it was
I
because
don't know.
like Paul was this just sweet little guy, and he was just like an innocent soul, and like bitches just liked him because he was just a nice guy. And then here's John, he's just sporadic, and he's just this fucking weird asshole guy that just draws weird ass shit and
Who
makes
dates
songs
weird
about
Asian women?
yeah, and makes songs about fucking like octopus gardens and shit, like weird ass shit, man.
Okay, but see, this is why I think there was. Okay, you know what? This is my thing with the Beatles. I think they were. John Lennon is egomaniac.
He wrote a lot of the fucking best songs that they have, though, like a majority of them, it seems.
But see, George Harrison is probably the most laid back
Oh
guitar player of all time in any band.
yeah, for
But
sure.
see, this is why I think there was a competitiveness between them at one point, because before they had Ringo, they had this drummer
yeah.
who women thought was the best looking out of the band, and they didn't want that. That's supposedly, like, that's not what's
I don't even remember.
concrete, but that's what it seems like.
Well, they say Ringo's drum style was the best. Like it fit their
Which
band.
that's another
It fit their
controversy
band.
because I heard they taught him how to play drums. John and Paul did.
I don't know.
Well, I just know in the song
You've
Back
never
in
heard
the
that?
USSR.
I think wait, isn't Ringo like older than all of them?
Yeah.
And like
He's the same age as John.
You guys ever heard that? That they taught Ringo how to play drums?
no,
I
I've never
heard
heard of that.
But I know on Back in the USSR and Dear Prudence, Paul's on the drums. Because Ringo quit the band, and then they brought him back during the White Album.
I'm gonna have to fact check that later.
No, but
No, I don't really know.
I
I'm just
already
saying.
know who you're voting for. I know how I'm voting for. So it's basically up to you. I'm going Beatles because, dude, A Hard Day's Night, a great album, and a great song. Dude, they had so many
No,
singles.
you need more than just an album and a song to compare the best to. You need something that's like.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. Musician-wise, Megadeth's better. But songs and album-wise, Beatles are better.
Okay, I'll agree with albums, but I'm not going to agree with songs.
God, that's so hard, man.
Because look, the Beatles songs, it's one song. With Megadeth, there's like 4 songs in one song.
yeah, kinda.
Dude, I Want You changes...
They have they it
It's
It's
Wait,
like
I
a
don't know.
10-minute song, though, isn't it?
It changes styles so many times.
Dude, if Megadeth wrote a 10-minute song, which, by the way, Peace Sells was supposed to be 10 minutes, but Gar Samuelson advised Dave not to make it a single.
Happiness is a Warm Gun. That song changes a bunch.
I love that song, man. Oh my, this is the hardest
It's up to
choice
you,
I'm
Sean.
ever gonna have to make my whole life. I feel like I should say the Beatles, but I feel like they don't deserve it. Because I feel like Megadeth is genuinely like the fucking best.
This
man.
is why it's weird, because everyone knows the Beatles are the best-selling band, the most notarized band,
Yeah,
but this is also why it's kind of unfair.
yeah.
That's why I didn't want to include them because
Well, I'm gonna say Megadeth, and because I genuinely do think that they're the goddamn best, bro.
This is why I think it's unfair, is because the people born after that music, like, how do you know if they weren't going to create something like that? You know, like
Yeah.
Dave Mustaine. Some people are just born with a mind of music.
well, that's why like when people say they're just at the right place at the right time, you could literally say that about every band that got popular.
I mean, it's true.
They just happen to be at this party where a music producer saw them, and you could say that about anyone. That's why.
But
the
if you
argument's
look at that
stupid.
time, like, rock and roll had to get more exposure.
Yeah, someone.
There
had
wasn't
to,
any before that.
Someone had to be the innovator.
Dude, it's like, it seems like everybody fucking started off in California and just like where all the fucking venues and shit are. Just
Yeah. Because
that,
look,
that's how you gotta start, man.
what the big people, because there was rock and roll before the Beatles, and the 2 big ones at the time was Buddy Holly
Elvis.
and Richie Valens.
Oh yeah, dude.
and they both
Fucking
died.
Rest in peace.
They both died, and
And
I think that's what sparked the Beatles to be like,
Didn't they die in a plane crash or something?
yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking sad.
I think that's what sparked the Beatles to be like. I think part of it was honestly to carry their legacy of the 50s.
Well, the Beatles did love Buddy Holly.
Because when did they start? 57 was their first album?
The Beatles?
Yeah.
It was 63.
63, but they were a band in the 50s.
Yeah. In like the late 50s.
Well,
which was after they died.
They
Buddy Holly.
They weren't even
no.
always called the Beatles. I don't like their initial name was like some fucking. It was shitty, honestly.
If you listen to that first album, it sounds a lot like Buddy Holly.
Yeah. Which they recorded that album in 12 hours. In
Yeah.
one day.
Well, I mean, a lot of those guys did.
All I'm saying is, like, from their...
But I'm just trying to say, like, people would say, oh, well, music wouldn't be the same without them, and, like, they were legendary and revolutionary. And it's like, well, dude, if you look at their first stuff, I mean, it was kind of very similar to a lot of stuff that was already being played. Like, when you play rock and roll, it has to get heavier at some point. So for them to just progress that way isn't really that hard. I mean, you just turn your guitar louder, and then you just tune down half a step. Because, I mean, when did Stones come out? 64 was their first album?
I think it was 63.
Yeah.
But
it
at
was
that time,
some-
they
it
were
was
just
around
copying the
same time.
Beatles. Like,
But
so many
the
bands were
Stones
just
got
copying
heavier
the
than the Beatles, though.
Yeah, but
During
the
the
Stones...
60s.
Way different.
But the
Like
Stones
Painted
aren't
Black,
as...
dude?
They took a whole different direction. Like the Beatles just went downhill. They didn't, not necessarily downhill, but they didn't get heavier. They got like way more like peaceful fucking like
Well, that's how Pink Floyd
70s
came.
shit. Like it's fucking 70s, man.
Well, I don't know. I don't think the Beatles ever had a decline.
I mean, they did, obviously, when they quit.
Well, yeah, but like, they start and they have Beatlemania, and then Rubber Soul, and then Revolver, Sgt. Pepper's White Album, Abbey Road.
With Revolver, though, there's a controversy with that
Uh.
album, isn't there?
What?
As far as the making of that album?
Abbey Road?
No, Revolver.
Oh, what about it?
Isn't that the time when Paul McCartney he died?
Yeah,
What?
but that's such a stupid conspiracy theory.
He died?
Yeah, you don't remember that? You never heard that?
No, I don't remember that. Unfortunately, I wasn't born around that time.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
You had me fooled. Well, so this is what happened apparently. So I guess they were trying to do some marketing strategy thing. Is that what it was? Or did he just straight up die?
It started because, I guess in the song Strawberry Fields Forever, I guess there's a part in like the background where people say they hear
Like
I buried
satanic
Paul
message.
or something about Paul being dead in the background. That's what people say they hear, which
I hate that kind of shit though.
I
Did
know.
you hear it?
It's like, yo, play the song
I've
backwards. It's
I've never
satanic
heard it.
messages.
Okay, so like they said that he died in a car accident.
which he actually did get in a car accident, and that's why they grew the mustaches to cover up a scar he had.
Well, the reason why they thought he died was because like when he came back, he gained like 20 pounds. He was a lot chubbier than he was before, so they were like, "Oh, this has to be a double." So that's why they thought he died. Plus, no one really saw. There wasn't pictures of him in the hospital or anything.
Oh, I think he got chubbier because they just stopped touring. So
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not. I mean, obviously that doesn't matter. I'm just saying that's why people thought. There was
obviously
like
he didn't die
there
because
was a
there's no
double.
way they could get in a fake dude. And at that point, George Harrison, he already wanted to quit. That's why they stopped touring, because he's like, dude, if we keep touring, I'm leaving the band. So if Paul died, he would have definitely left.
yeah, I don't know, man.
for sure.
He wouldn't
It's
have been
just
like
hard.
he wouldn't have been like, oh, I'm staying with this fake guy just to stay as the Beatles, even though he
Dude,
wants
it's
to
a
leave.
lot deeper than just that, though. By that time, and you're tied up with the record label. I mean, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying like, there's a lot of politics involved that no one sees. But back to Megadeth to wrap this up. I think I am going to vote Megadeth.
Well, Megadeth won, so
I want to vote Megadeth, and the reason why is because I think when you're a teenager, you have some angst and you want like some rebellion. You're not going to look for that in the Beatles.
Yeah, for
yeah,
real.
Helter Skelter,
It's true,
baby.
man.
You're going to look for that in a heavy crunch guitar, and the best riff master ever in that genre is Dave,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of the Beatles weren't trying to be that, so
I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
just saying, when you're
Yeah.
a teenager,
Dave's just a versatile man, and I don't know. He basically wrote like, he basically started Metallica and Megadeth. I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like a fucking legend. I don't know.
well, Megadeth is the official winner.
Good.
The best bands.
I'm glad.
which is okay because I don't know. I didn't want the Beatles in this because I knew they were just gonna kind of blow past everyone until the finals. But
I mean, I thought Flock of Seagulls was gonna be there, guys.
dude, I'm
but-
surprised Kiss. I mean, I'm surprised Queen got out the first round.
Yeah.
That's a huge upset, dude.
Well, I mean, this is our bracket, so fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
I think. See, this is the other thing why it's weird because then when someone loses, it makes it look like we don't like them. That's not the case at all.
Yeah, it's really not a lot more for most of the bands. Like Post
Except
Malone and
Flock of
shit, I don't
Seagulls.
really know about that. Like,
We should have put in Beastie Boys instead of Post Malone.
Yeah, what made you put
Yeah.
in Post Malone, dude?
Because Connor said Post Malone, and I needed like 6 more.
Connor,
bands.
if you're listening to this right now, you should be ashamed of yourself
you really
and cry in a
fucking
corner.
should, man.
Yeah, he's not that bad.
Go cry in a corner and tell your brother I said hi.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the March Madness bracket.
Yeah.
This is the winner.
Well, that's good. How much time do we have left?
Well, we're an hour and 17 in, so about an hour and hour and 6 minutes. So
Are you guys done? You want to keep going?
I mean, I'll keep going, but it's up to you guys. You guys are the hosts.
I
The
mean,
Sean
I'm
and
gonna
Gabe
give a
show.
swig.
I don't care.
I got time.
All right, let's talk about how high school is for you. Well, at the time before this STD virus came out of nowhere.
No, we're the hosts. We decide what we talk about, dude.
Okay, go ahead then, Gabriel.
Okay, let's talk about what high school used to be like for you. How was it like?
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys want to know? What part?
What did you want to tell us?
I was gonna compare stories with the teachers that I had that you guys have, like Mrs. McDivitt, because I have quite a few about her.
Okay,
'Cause I
well-
can't stand her.
Say
Okay.
one then.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so you guys have had her before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had her.
You guys had her for economics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
English.
So my junior year, I had economics with her, and she's a huge liberal.
Mhm.
Like if Monica Lewinsky never did that to Bill Clinton, she would have. She's a huge Bill Clinton fan.
For real?
Big time. Big time. She had like posters and pictures of him all over
Wait,
the
what did
room.
Monica Lewinsky do?
That's a different
That's
story.
that's a different story,
That's
bro.
a different podcast.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. So anyway, I was getting annoyed because she was like telling everyone that Bill Clinton was the best president of all time, and I feel like you shouldn't be doing that to people.
Yeah,
Like
for real.
about with any president or any
With any
person.
political views in general, I feel.
Yeah, like you're here to teach economics. I don't know why Bill Clinton had to fit in here. But she knew that I'm a big Ronald Reagan fan. I liked a lot of stuff that he did. And I wore like a Ronald Reagan hat to school. And she saw it, and that day in class, she was like, you know, Ronald Reagan was a crap president. Like, straight up just says that. And everyone's just kind of confused because, I mean, even more confused than usual because Mississippi Div is just crazy. And I'm like, yeah, what about it? She's like, huh, interesting. So the next day I get there, it's economics, right?
Yeah.
She goes like, we're going to name the last 5 presidents. You guys are going
Why?
to write it. I don't know.
Just randomly, he's like,
Yeah.
man, that's
She's
so
like, shut
weird.
your books, put them away. And everyone's like, sweet, we get to get out early. She's like, no, you guys are going to write the last 5 presidents of the United States. And I think she was kind of doing it to make me write Bill Clinton or whatever. So instead of Bill Clinton, I was like, oh, man, I'm going to make her cream her pants right now. So that's what I did. So I did Obama and George Bush.
Mhm.
And
The Obama Bush.
and so I wrote the last ones, right? She makes me get in front of the whole class and makes me say them, like recite them.
What?
Yeah, dude. She
I
was
find
nuts.
this so hard to believe. But like,
This
Yeah,
is what
dude.
happened. I have witnesses. This is a true story.
can't
So I
believe
get
it.
up there and I say Obama and George Bush, and she has like this huge smile on her face at her desk. Instead of Bill Clinton, I said Monica Lewinsky. And she sent me to the office.
what?
Yeah.
No way,
She sent me to
dude.
the office. But luckily I was really close with Mr. Ash because I was best friends with his son. So we just talked about sports for a week. And then he got me Burger King one day.
What?
Yeah, so I had career center at that
Damn.
time. So I only had 2 classes because I was suspended for a week from her class. She didn't want me back, and Mr. Ash was like, "Okay, I'll take him then." And then the last day I was suspended, he took me to Burger King.
Dude, how can she suspend you for that?
I don't know, but then I came back and I wore a shirt that said, "I trust the government like I trust Bill Clinton with an intern." And she was more mad.
Oh my god.
Then the next
dude.
year I did her for drama, and she hated me then too because she wrote lines for me and I didn't use them. I ad-libbed.
That's
She
funny.
hates me, dude. But what's like the funniest story that you guys have shared together, like you and Gabe? What's the
Together?
yeah, like what's the funniest or like the weirdest moment you guys?
Well, I have a great story, but I don't want to say it
Why?
because it's with Mr. Lawrence and it sucks. But dude,
Are you talking about what happened to me? What I said?
what you told him?
Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, that story's a good story.
Yeah, I mean, he
But
told me
I don't-
some of it.
Yeah. But the greatest moment we've had, it has to be in Baxter's math class. It has to be a story from that, dude.
I don't know, man.
Well, Sean, what
It's hard
about
to
you?
think. I feel like high school has been hella boring and nothing should really happen.
This year has.
Yeah.
Wait, high school's been boring for you guys?
This year's boring, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, dude. When I was in high school, it was crazy. It felt like the Wild West. Like
Well, it's
no one
different
cared.
because
No one
Mr.
cared what
Ash is
anyone
gone
did.
now.
Yeah.
Ash is
dude,
gone.
Mr. Ash is gone, dude. They're doing like there's like way more like
They're
fucking.
yeah, they're war strict.
It
Yeah,
seemed like
dude.
the USSR
Like,
dude,
I
when I went to go pick up.
I
Harry.
remember
for real.
Miss Hampton's like, yeah, this school used to be really fun, and the students used to be like do fun stuff, but now it's different.
Yeah, now we can't even leave the fucking lunchroom or anything. We used to be able to go
Yeah.
outside
What?
and eat lunch
Yeah, we
outside and
can't.
shit. Now we can't.
We
even,
were allowed to leave. Dude.
We can't even go.
Dude,
Into, we can't even go down the hallway.
We
dude.
can't even prop doors open for people and let them in, like other students.
Like in the
Like,
classroom.
you get suspended
No,
if you like open a
like-
door for somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, like if they went out. Dude, that's crazy.
It's because the whole school, all the school shooting stuff that's been happening these last few
Or
years.
if they're like coming back from career center, like we can't. Let
now
them
there's
in.
like steel plates on the fucking doors and shit.
Yeah.
And there's like bars that you put in like behind doors that to lock it
What?
shut. Like so if there's an intruder, like even in the bathrooms and shit, there's like this little they call it the boot. You take it and you put it between this bar that's attached to the door and and it goes into the floor and it holds the door in so that it can't be opened on either side. It's fucked up, man.
Okay, what I really noticed was when I went to go pick up my brother, and he had to go get something from the gym locker room, and it was locked.
Yeah.
Some guy had to open it, and he was like, "Guys are allowed to be in here." And I'm like, dude, what? Those doors used to be left open.
Yeah, I've
Blanchard
never-
locked every gym door except the one in the lobby. Because he's like, I want to keep every door locked except the one that goes directly in.
That's so gay. I didn't even know about that. Like last year, we were able to walk freely through the locker rooms.
Okay, what made me mad about him was because, my brother's throwing up and crap, and he's diabetic. And he has to get his stuff because we're leaving. And he's talking to Mr. Dutton. He notices that we're in the hall, trying to get his attention. He talks to Mr. Dutton, dude, for 15 minutes. And I'm like, you're not even doing anything right now.
I don't like Mr. Blanchard, dude. I've never had him. I just don't like
He's
him.
actually okay. I have him as a teacher. He likes me for some reason. I don't know why.
He just strikes me as a douche.
No, he's a nice guy.
Well, this is another story I have. So, there was this girl in my grade named Kyla Babcock.
Interesting.
And I tormented this girl, dude. I made fun of her last name all the time.
Why?
And
Because of Bab?
yeah, because of the Bab. And Mr. Dillon, she went to Mr. Dillon about it. And he was like, it was like end of the day on Friday. He's like, on Monday you're going to come to my office and we're going to talk about this. I was like, what? Well, then that weekend is when we played that football game in our front yard. And you fractured my leg. And I had to go to the hospital. And, like, by the way, if you work at Allegiance Hospital and you do casts, you guys are horrible. Anyway.
I'm sure they're never gonna hear that, but
Probably
yeah.
not. But I'll share it anyway. My fiance's sister works there, so maybe she can pass around.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get there on Monday, and it's snowing. And, like, it's cold at this point. And, like, Mr. Dillon sees me. He feels bad. He's like, you know what? We're just going to forget everything you said to Kyle Babcock. I was like, thanks, man. And I went back, and I kept on saying that to her. But yeah, dude, back when I was in high school, dude, it was like,
Dude, I think people like you. Like, I think you've gotten away with a lot of shit because of how much people like you. Like, I don't even know you, but I've heard so many stories.
He's Ferris Bueller, dude.
Dude, literally, like, everybody fucking knows you. Like, it's insane. I'm like, how? Like, how?
I'm really not sure, to be honest. I think
It's fucking weird, man.
I really don't know. I think when you're funny and you have confidence, I think people find that that's a quality that people want.
It's just like natural charisma. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah,
man.
and I think people try to look up YouTube videos about that and they try to master it, but
in your
No.
Fallout special, you put your C all the way
I
up.
do, man. No, but I mean, I know you guys probably have influence on your school,
Somewhat.
and your grade.
I mean, we have influence on the band kids because of this, but
Yeah.
we don't really want that either.
I'm just.
I don't know. I think you guys are the kind of guys that can be friends with any kind of group.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
definitely
definitely
agree with
true.
that. I talk to everybody that I can. I try to make friends with anybody.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm like me and Gabe, the only kind of people that actually go out and like have the incentive to do creative shit like this. Like, nobody does anything like this, like the
Yeah.
podcast stuff like that, and like a band. Like, you're trying to start a band. I've started a band. Shit like that. It's just like doing extra shit.
Well, I think a lot of people are. It's just they're too scared
Yeah.
to actually show it.
Everybody's just basic these days, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
it's
But I think
sad.
a big part of it too, people don't realize is how you're raised.
That's true.
I think if you're not given a whole lot, like you're going to be more set out to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're just fed everything with a silver spoon, you're not going to be you're going to be scared and timid because you never had to do it before.
Exactly.
I think it's just crazy how like much opposites me and you are.
You think so?
Yeah,
We get along more though.
I know, but it's like at school, I'm like nothing like you.
You could be though.
I know that's the crazy thing is like I could be, but I decide not to be because I
I
don't.
think a lot of people like you, man. I
I
don't
know.
really think you
I
have
was
any
going to say,
haters.
dude.
No,
when you were in 8th
I'm not
grade,
saying that. I'm just saying like I'm not the super popular guy like he was. Cause
I don't think anybody is anymore. Like, think about that.
dude,
Like,
if you do,
there's no one in our grade that's as popular as him. Like, there's no way.
our grade has absolutely no C special charisma.
Yeah, no, none.
Our grade has 0.
There's literally no people are charismatic in our grade.
the craziest thing was I was not popular at all in middle school. I was freaking weird, dude. I freaking, like, my nuts were sweating every day in 7th grade. Like, no one wanted to be friends with me, dude.
Dude, whatever.
But, like, no, one day.
How would the people know your nuts
Yeah,
are
that's what
sweaty?
I'm thinking. Like,
They're like, you know why I'm not friends with
how is that
Cam?
relevant?
His
Because I
nuts are
thought it
always
was-
sweaty.
No, because,
Just
I thought it was going to be a joke that could get me liked by people, but I only got one girl's number, and her name was Beatrice. And then she moved school.
Damn.
I was like, dude, she was the only girl for me. And
Wow.
my friend was like, what do you mean? I was like, she's the only one that knew about my nut sweat and then never rejected me. But no, one day
Damn.
what happened was, I think, my freshman year, a bunch of the seniors were kind of like, they were kind of like hazing me or whatever. And I was on the football team at that time, so they're like trying to make my life miserable, but I kept up with them, and I think they respect me for that. So they had me sit with them at the lunch table from that year, and I just kept on making them laugh. And I think they were all like, "You gotta get to know this guy." I didn't ask for it. I was going into high school going like, "Man, I'm never gonna be popular." I didn't really care that much, but I was like, it's fun when you want to find that sweet spot of like, you want to know that people like you and want to talk to you, but you don't want to be like king of the high school.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
the problem is you can't force that stuff, and
Yeah.
some people try.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And
we know a person that's close to us that does that.
Yeah.
like some people force it, and it's just like it's not natural. It doesn't feel right. It feels off.
Yeah, and then when I really noticed when it was really getting crazy for me. Oh, okay. So I have a couple stories. Then we can go on from there.
I actually have
You
one
guys.
story about Baxter's class.
All right. So when I first really noticing like how crazy it was getting for me was my junior year, and this is when you can leave to go to career center.
Mhm.
I had afternoon career center, which I liked better because you had a longer lunch break. I think, right? Yeah, you have
Probably.
like a 20-minute extra. Because after fourth hour, you go to lunch. We were allowed to leave and use that time to get lunch. And then you could leave. You could go to your house after career center ended,
Mhm.
which was at 2. So, we live like 5 minutes away from career center, so that was cool. But this is how crazy it got. So my junior year, we would eat lunch at the school because a couple of my friends who drove, I didn't drive at the time, but I had a couple friends that did. They wanted to eat lunch at the school, so I just had to wait. It was getting crazy to where people from my school were telling their friends about me because they wanted to know me. So kids from Michigan Center and Columbia were driving on their lunch to come meet me at Napoleon. They were trying to meet me. That's when I was like, dude, this is getting weird. Because you don't go in going like, oh, you're going to be popular and you're going to have to deal with this. I was never a douchebag, though. I talked to everyone, even when I was popular. I feel like that's why people at that time, too, there was a lot of fake people in my grade, especially the girls. They were super
dude,
fake.
That's just every.
That's just women in general.
And I made them look bad all the time, and I think people who didn't have a voice respected that. They wanted to say what I was saying. So kids from I didn't have a lot of friends from the band room, but a lot of them liked me because they felt that way. Yeah, but it's just weird because 1 year it can change, and 1 year it's just you're a douchebag. People hate you.
Yeah.
You just got to be comfortable with who you are.
Exactly.
If you don't change, and it doesn't matter if people like you. At least you like yourself.
You just got to go into it not giving a shit, dude. For real.
That's infectious, though, dude. Because a lot of people aren't like that. They see someone who doesn't give a crap, dude. They want that.
That's why I like being a metalhead, because I feel like I don't have to. I just feel like that metalhead energy. Just don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah, that's where I got my confidence from was
Megadeth.
Metal music.
Dave Mustaine is a good guy to take.
He's like the most confident musician ever.
Yeah, dude, for real. I love him.
Prince, bro.
He was, but he was freaking
dude,
weird.
Prince
dude.
balled up with fucking Eddie Murphy. No, it was Charlie Murphy.
Do you think he had sweaty nuts? Nutty sweat. Oh my god.
They get nutty sweats. Yeah.
Nutty sweats. I have to change my boxers 3 times a day. It sucks, guys. Don't make fun of me.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. All right, so what's your story with Baxter?
Yeah.
It's not a good story, but it's a story. So we were taking a quiz. Did he do those fun Fridays for you? Where it was like a quiz every Friday?
It wasn't every Friday, but yeah, we had something like that.
So basically, we're in this Algebra 2 class, and we're taking a fun Friday quiz. And it's me, Shane Cole, Hunter Glassford, and Wyatt Frederick. We're all sitting in the front corner, and in the back, Brooklyn Illustrator goes to help him, ask for help. And he just goes off. He's like, "Oh, it looks like you've been a naughty girl," and all that
Dude,
stuff.
he just kept saying
he kept saying stuff like
freaky
that.
shit.
And we're taking a quiz, so we gotta be silent. But all of us are dying and laughing so hard. We're trying.
Dude, I actually remember that. Dude, that was fucking awesome.
We're all laughing.
He just
so
makes
hard.
it sound so creepy sometimes.
Oh yeah,
man.
dude. He always said stuff like that, and people would laugh, and he'd be confused why they're laughing. It's like you don't know how that comes across, dude.
I know.
You were married,
Dude, the funniest was
or I
when
think he still is. I don't know.
he's like, so we're
He
gonna
for
do
sure has sweaty nuts.
1
dude.
through 11 the odds, and then Shane Cole's like, why don't we do all of them? And then he's like, he's on his podium. He's like, oh, it looks like Shane Cole likes it hard.
Oh my goodness, dude. Did you hear about the story how he got suspended?
Yeah.
Like years
well,
ago?
I don't actually know the full story.
Okay, so
Were you there? when this
no, but
happened?
so I was playing baseball, and one of our coaches we had was in the class when it happened. It's actually Marshall Van Zant's older brother. His name's Brock. He told me. So what happened was it was during driver's training. I don't know how he's still able to do it after this, but one of the girls, he's like, get in the front. It's your turn to drive. So she gets in the front. She was getting confused and stuff because she was like a blonde, I think. And
Makes sense.
yeah, and she was like, I don't know what to do here. And Mr. Baxter was like, you need to go that way. And she wasn't. And so he put his finger in her mouth
What?
and said, go.
No way, dude.
So then
No
she,
way.
Yeah, dude, this is what happened. So
Oh
she
my
told
God.
him, she told whoever the principal was at the time, I'm guessing Mr. Ash, and he had to go to court. And he was testifying or whatever, and they were like, what made you want to put your what made you want to put your finger in her mouth? And this is what he said word for word. He was like, well, I figured if I put my finger in her mouth, it would start her going. she would start going. And then he was like this. He's like, if I put my finger in her mouth, I thought she would start going. That was his ending statement. That was his only statement. And then he got suspended for like 2 weeks.
This actually happened, like while you were there at school, like.
No, this was like back in like 07 or something.
Okay.
But like one day after practice, one of our coaches who was in that car actually was there. He was like, yeah, this is what happened. But
That's
then he got in
fucked up.
trouble, like, didn't he get in trouble recently?
Yeah, it was my freshman year, and honestly, it was dumb that he got in trouble. But
He made someone do push-ups,
yeah,
right?
he's like, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
if you only want to do the odds, you have to do 10 push-ups. And then he did.
I mean, that's not really that bad though.
I know. That's why it was dumb that he got in trouble.
Yeah, that's when that was the beginning of the end right there.
Yeah.
Writing was on the wall.
But yeah, we don't really have good stories.
I mean, I
That's
can't really.
crazy,
think of
man.
Like
anything
we
that-
had that one time when this is not even a good story, but we would go to Keeler's for lunch. Do you still go there?
No.
No. Well, and I wrote that script and we just had a table read.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
5 people.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
But that's like stories like it's like
He's a
not-
cool teacher, though.
I don't know. Guitar class was like my favorite memory of high
Oh,
school,
man.
dude. With Mr. Moore.
See, we never had guitar when I was in high school. We never had guitar.
Guitar's the best.
I
Mr.
know.
Moore is fucking my favorite.
Dude,
teacher,
he's a
bro.
legend. I remember Okay, so is he still coaching baseball?
Yeah. Dude, we should have instead of
Oh,
Post
shit.
Malone, we should have had Mr. Moore.
Okay, wait.
Band.
One
Yeah.
quick thing. My favorite memory so far of all of high school was last year during the picnic. Like, me and my boys went out and, like, we jammed in the parking lot, and it was fucking sick. We brought the whole drum kit and everything, and Mr. Moore came out, and, like, my buddy Brandon plays bass, and he fucking hands it to Mr. Moore, and Mr. Moore starts shredding some Sabbath on it. I'm like, hell yeah. And I was, like, playing with him and shit. It was awesome, man.
Yeah, he's one day. Okay, so at this time, my sophomore year, I was on the baseball team. My parents had crappy cars, and they were always busy, and I didn't have a license. So I had to wait like an hour after our baseball game, and Mr. Moore was doing stuff, and I got to talking with him, and we talked for an hour, and he talked about how he grew up in L.A.
Mhm.
Well, he was in L.A. I think he grew up in Michigan, but he was living in L.A. like when he was becoming like an adult and stuff. He was
Yeah,
in this.
he's from California. That's what he told us.
Yeah, he was a gym teacher there for like 20 years apparently.
Yeah.
But at that time, when he formed his band, it was before Dave Mustaine was still in Metallica, and he knew them, and he knew the guy who signed them to their their small record deal. Because I don't know if you're familiar with Metallica's history, but they were before No Life Till Leather,
Mm-hmm.
the demo tape.
I have that album.
Do you really?
Yeah, I actually have it.
That's crazy. Before that, there was this compilation of metal music at that time called Metal Massacre. And the guy who put that together, his name was Brian Slagel. Mr. Moore knew him. He knew that guy who put all these bands together.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. And I think
I think he's trying to hide from his past.
he
Yeah.
is too.
Because he won't talk to me about it. Like, I've asked him so much about like all that shit.
He seems embarrassed.
But
when you
Mr.
ask.
Dillon came into the guitar class one day,
He's a big metalhead.
and he told us that Mr. Moore could like fucking throw his guitar behind his back and just shred back there, like
Yeah,
shit like that.
he can.
was
No,
like,
he's
no way, man.
he talked a lot, but that was the only time we ever talked because I think he is like kind of he doesn't want to think about it. I think
He probably fucked up somewhere and like became a gym teacher instead of a
Yeah.
guitarist, and he's probably sad about it. Honestly, I would be.
I think with his talent and at that time in LA, there's no reason why he couldn't at least gotten an album out.
Yeah, he could have got something, dude. He could have been somewhere, man.
I think maybe he got married though out there, didn't he?
I have no
I don't know.
idea.
Maybe he got married. That's what happened to our dad. Our dad was on the cusp of his band. They're about to make it to a legit record deal.
That's what I heard.
They released 2 albums in like their studio that they had in the city.
And you said he was like in the Battle of the Bands or some shit.
Or he got
like-
second place or something.
Yeah, so the first place was a record deal with Geffen. But he thinks it was rigged because the guy was already there, like the agent or whatever, and the first place winner, the band who won was already expected to win. But yeah, they released their own merch. They had like my dad still has his own hat of the name on it and like
That's fucking
posters.
sick,
and
dude.
They have 2 albums. But they all got married and so dude, I don't know if you know the band Slaughter, but they had a couple big songs called like Fly to the Angels and Up All Night. my dad opened for them, and then he opened for Steppenwolf, who did Born to Be Wild. So he opened for some couple bands that were, known.
Damn.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
And what's even crazier is the bass that he played. He sold to me like a couple years ago for only $100, and so that's the bass I play now. It's a good bass. It's like a '91 red Ibanez.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah, you have.
What you brought it?
No, I've been to I've been to your guys' house
Yeah.
before.
Oh yeah.
No, but yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, dude.
My dad was in a band called Dyer's Eve. They were basically like a Metallica cover band.
I was gonna say that's a song on Injustice for All.
Yeah.
That's a song they couldn't play live because it was too hard or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. Napoleon's changed for the worse.
Man, that's
It really
crazy,
has,
dude.
man.
I remember like every day was like something crazy. Like that's how like free it was there.
For us, like craziest stories is stupid idiot kid.
We only have like
Peed
80
in a
kids in our
locker.
class anyway. We have like 86 people in our class.
Every year I was in Napoleon, dude. Elementary, middle school, and high school. Some kid took a fat dookie in the urinal. Every year.
Dude, there's this one bathroom on the, it's probably it's Mrs. Hayes' room, but you don't know who that is.
No.
But
Wait, what?
who's the science teachers? And like their room. is,
Okay,
like-
so it was Mr. Egan.
So you know the hallway where it's like the corners, and
It tees off like right there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
there's the girls' bathroom and the boys' bathroom.
Yeah.
On the corners. Well,
Yeah.
that boys' bathroom is a mess. Like.
Really?
Yeah, they purposely like trash it. Like there's spaghetti in a sink one day.
Not even just that bathroom, dude. The one by the fucking lunchroom itself is horrible.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's like the worst one. I
People
remember.
splat fucking like toilet paper balls on the
Yeah.
mirrors and shit all the time.
And
It
there's
fucking
like
sucks.
that one on the corner. There's like poop everywhere.
Are you
on the
serious?
stalls,
Oh,
yeah.
it's-
Who's your
dude.
janitor?
These ladies, they hate us.
Yeah, and every
They think
time,
it's
literally,
us.
I leave the school every day. Like I'm driving out, and like I literally see like one of them just fucking like every day she's parked there just smoking a cigarette after school. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's cool.
But
No, dude,
It's
who was
cool.
that one girl who looked like Ozzy Osbourne and had like a freaking? Her back was huge, dude. It was like she probably wore like a size 58 pants.
Oh my god.
Her name,
I have no
Mrs.
idea.
Hawes or something.
Hey, we did get a lot of time without
Yeah.
that though. So
yeah,
That's true.
I think that will wrap it up.
probably. I mean, we can keep going. I mean, I don't really care. We're an hour 43.
Let's just do an outro right now. That's clean, and then but we can keep going. So we can just like edit.
Why don't we just keep talking and then do the outro anyway?
Well, I mean, like if this continues, we just have an outro that's clean, and then we just edit it after.
As long as my dog stops barking, then I think we'll be okay.
Okay. But I don't know. Like, I guess Miss Baker's leaving. Mr. Dutton's leaving.
Mr. Miles.
Mr. Miles is leaving.
Well, he said. I think he told me.
Man, that's the end of an era right there.
I
I
know.
know, dude. What the fuck?
The last of the Mohicans is
Mr. Lawrence is okay. So I'm really close with Mr. Lawrence, and we work out at the same gym. So we've been talking, and he said, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here. I don't think it matters. He's plans on retiring in 2 years, and then our uncle, I think, is retiring next year.
He said like when Reagan graduates or something.
He should just wait till Perry graduates.
Why Perry? He has no connection to Perry really.
I mean, he's family.
I mean, we
He's
don't.
the last family member.
I don't even have that much connection to him.
Yeah, you do. You're closer to him than I am.
Mr. Boer?
No, Perry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mr. Boer.
Mr. Boer.
Mr.
That's a
Boer.
crazy name, dude. There's some controversy on that name. Did you know that?
Who cares? Yeah, he told us about it one day in class.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Who
I don't.
cares?
I don't-
That's our mom's maiden name, Gabriel.
Who cares, dude? It's such an ugly name. I'm happy.
It is.
I'm happy we have Lewis as the last name.
Yeah, but our Japanese name would have been sweet.
What's
What-
that?
What is it?
Matsuzaka.
What?
Dude, that would be fucking
Gabriel Matsuzaka and Sean
Dude.
Davis show.
That would be. That'd be sick, dude.
It would be. That was our my dad's mom's maiden name, so our grandma. But
That would have been cool, but
she still has Lewis for some reason. Dude, our grandpa treated her like garbage, man.
let's just say
so
he
he was a white man, right?
Yeah, he was. He was stationed in Japan. on a military base and
Oh.
saw my 4'11" grandma probably picking some cherries
Dude,
or something.
He's literally like John Lennon. bro.
Picking some cherries.
Picking some cherries, fishing.
When it comes
That's
to
all you did
women,
back then.
when it
Tending
comes
to
to
the
women,
rice
he acts like
fields.
John Lennon. He just goes for like the short Asian girl.
He only did that once, as far as we know. Well, then he had my dad and my uncle, and they lived there until he was like 3 or 5. Forgot which one it was. I think it was 3. They moved to Wyoming because that's where my grandpa's roots are from, and then just ditched my grandma right when they moved to Wyoming. She knew no English, and they were like in the most rural part of like America. It seemed like so all these cowboys had to like rally around my 4'11" cherry picking grandma, and she had to raise my dad and uncle, and she had to work like 3 jobs. It didn't sound like they ate good food at all.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about this. I feel like this is the kind of thing.
Thought you said your grandma was the best cook.
No, that's my mom's mom.
What do you mean? This is the kind of thing? What?
That dad would be mad if we said on air. Dude, he gets weird about that stuff.
Does he even listen to this?
No,
He won't know about
but
it.
he might just because it's me and you.
Just don't tell him.
My mom might be like, "Oh, you gotta listen to it."
Well, we can cut that part out.
cut
then.
it out, dude. It's
Just
not
cut that
uploaded
out.
yet.
I
Cut
didn't
that
like
out.
saying that anyway.
Anyway,
I think it's interesting,
dude.
man.
Okay, we are gonna have a grandma off.
Yeah, we have to, dude.
Grandma
cook
he says
off.
his grandma's better than Grandma Patty at cooking stuff and like baking, and I say no.
Okay, baking, no. But cooking, I mean, maybe. She's not that good at
Oh, my
cooking.
my grandpa's
Dude.
the one that whips up the pies, bro.
Dude, if you have my grandma's cinnamon rolls, that's all you need to say.
Yeah, it's over.
It's
bro.
over, dude.
Season 2.
That's like Beatles against flock of seagulls, dude.
Okay, I'll have to try one, but like, nah, I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay, but what's your favorite pie since we're on the topic?
Cherry pie.
Cherry pie. Warrant.
Apple.
Apple is my favorite.
Apple's so fucking overrated, dude.
No,
honestly.
Dude,
Pumpkin,
it just
dude.
depends how you
I
make
don't
it.
like-
Remember the survey?
I honestly don't even like apple pie that much, dude. Like, it's
What?
okay.
Do you like apples?
Yeah, I like apples. I mean, like, I don't know. I just like cherry pie a lot, man.
Cherry ciders, like the alcohol drink, those are better than apple.
I've never had cherry cider.
Oh, when you guys turn 21, or, whatever.
The Red's Apple Ale, dude. This guy comes in like every week to buy Red's Apple Ale, and he's
Dude, those are gross,
and he's
man.
21 exactly.
Those aren't that good.
I've actually tried them. They're pretty good, man. I don't know. It's like apple juice.
No, when you have, like, actual ciders, like,
No, my dad
in
gets
your orchard or
yeah,
something.
my dad gets shit from like what's it, Meckley's. And they
Oh,
have,
yeah,
like-
the peach and cherry. Oh, yeah.
yeah, they
cherry
have like
bomb
homemade
cider.
shit there.
Yeah, that stuff's, Red's Apple Ale is, like, way down on the list after you have that stuff. But, cherry pie, I've honestly never had cherry pie in my life. And it's crazy because of how much our family loves them. But, dude, I don't know, man. I
Dude,
just
I
feel
love
like the
cherry pie.
topping cherry is weird in a pie. Because, like, the crust breaks. Now you're just eating cherries by itself.
Honestly, dude, there's just something weird that the pie crust kind of ruins a pie, for some reason.
Well, you couldn't make it with bread.
I know, but like the weird thing is like I just feel like a pie with a graham cracker crust is good, and is better than a regular pie crust.
You could do a Japanese off and do our grandma versus Yoko Ono.
No.
Dude, they're like the same exact build, and they look the same, except Yoko Ono has like a porcupine haircut thing going on.
Yeah.
You've seen that video though?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Dude,
It's
that video
terrible,
was
man.
crazy. When I first saw that, I was dying laughing so hard.
She was trying to like start a new like trend of like it was like an art thing or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I just feel like
She just like
She's-
walked away when she was done too. It was like,
Just
what? You're
went-
done now?
walked up to the mic, just screamed in it, and just walked away.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just feel like the Beatles, like Ringo, George, and Paul were just like, dude, we can't talk to John anymore. Like, why
Yeah.
would he?
Yeah, we're like,
why
dude,
would he date this
You're
idiot?
weird now.
That's why he got shot.
No, I guess the guy who
Oh.
shot him, he wanted to have a legacy.
Did
So
he shoot himself though?
He shot him, and then I don't know, but I guess like the what the Beatle fans do, they don't say the guy's name who shot him, so he gets no credit.
Speaking of assassinations, do you ever look in that JFK assassination before?
Yeah, somewhat. Well, in Lawrence's class, we watched the whole fucking documentary on like a conspiracy theory of it.
Dude, so my college, my freshman year in writing class, we had to do a research paper, and I did it on that. And I did it how Lee Harvey Oswald was not alone. I got a freaking C- on it. And I wrote 7 pages, dude. There's, dude, if you've ever looked into it, it's so deep. Like, you'll never be able to, like, pinpoint, like, who did it. There was, like, so many people involved.
Yeah, I've questioned it, man. I've questioned it
It's
before.
Jim Morrison, dude.
What?
It's Jim Morrison. He was there.
No, dude. So, like, they say it's this one guy that was in Russia and then came back and was spreading communism.
Yeah. Well, he said Lee Harvey Oswald, like, went and tried to join the KGB, and, like, they didn't want him because he sucked. And, like, so he came back and, like, pretended like he was all hard because he lived in Russia for a while.
Yeah, and he brought
Some
back
shit like
a woman from Russia.
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald was there, but I bet you would even shoot. I bet he didn't even pull the trigger, dude, because what happened was, so the gun he had, he was able to get 3 shots off, and JFK got shot twice. There was one shot that went through the neck,
Mhm.
and then one that just took off his head.
One hit the guy behind him, like.
Yeah.
I don't
There
even
were
know
shooters everywhere. Okay, this is the only thing I'm going to say about it. You know about Watergate, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so the head guy in Watergate, his name is E. Howard Hunt. And he was part of a group called Operation 40, which was a bunch of assassins, world assassins, that was planning to take out Fidel Castro in Cuba, which is like the Bay of Pigs thing.
Mhm.
And JFK took them out. And E. Howard Hunt, on his deathbed, said all the assassins on Operation 40 were there that day on the street. They were dressed as hobos. You can look up the pictures. And one of the assassins is Woody Harrelson's dad. Yeah, that's proven.
Like the actor Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was a known assassin. And he was there that day because he was in Operation 40. On his deathbed, E. Howard Hunt said that all the hobos, all the assassins were carrying guns. And they were there to take out JFK. Then there's Jack Ruby, who killed Lee Harvey Oswald on live TV, being transported to a prison.
Oh yeah, he, like, ran up and shot him in the back of the head or something.
Jack Ruby knew JFK's dad because they were both in the mafia. JFK's dad made all of his money by running moonshine through the mafia, and Jack Ruby knew that. Jack Ruby knew, like, the family, and, like, Robert Kennedy's brother died because he was trying to take out the mafia. There's, like, so many things.
I just watched a movie yesterday on Netflix. I shit you not. It's called, like, The Irishman, and it like literally includes all of that shit, like with like Robert Kennedy and shit, and like the mafia, like his connection there, and trying to take them down.
Yeah.
Shit like that. It was very interesting shit, man.
There's a
It's
website that's called there was like 79 witnesses that were murdered or committed suicide within 3 years. 79, and it was like weird crap, like someone's brake lines being cut in their car, some dude got karate chopped in the throat coming out of the shower, dude, like weird stuff like that, where like they couldn't prove if like who did it. But yeah, dude, there was a lot of stuff. Well, CIA wanted him dead because in JFK's last speech, he said that he wanted to get rid of the CIA. So like he wanted to change stuff, and no one wanted that to change. And, dude, I think it was Lyndon B. Johnson because this is what happened. So Lyndon B. Johnson was about to be on trial for 2 murders because he was a senator in Texas, I think.
Yeah.
And the way you can pardon
wait.
yourself is if you become president. And so if you're vice president and the president dies, you pardon yourself, become president, and then you don't get tried. And then his wife, in an interview like years later, was like, I know my husband he had a play of that, and like the next day she died after the interview. There's a lot of weird coincidences. There's too many to say, like,
Yeah,
it was just one guy.
That is sketchy sounding, but like.
And then the next day he signs an executive order to go to Vietnam because JFK didn't want to go to Vietnam. That, like, he didn't really want to at all, but it was going to happen. But he didn't want to go that soon. On Air Force One, dude, he swears the oath to become president, signs an executive order to go to Vietnam. And that's a whole different story there. But yeah, dude. And I'm only going to tie that with the coronavirus thing because I think that was the day when everyone was like, dude, we can't trust the government anymore. Because by that time, everyone did.
And they have so much control.
Yeah, now they have full control
Yeah.
over everybody.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
And everyone's like, dude, well, me and Gabe, we're Christians. And in Revelations, it says it's going to be a one world government. And that was written, 2,000 years ago? It was going to be a one world currency, one world government. And, like, you're starting to see that stuff, dude.
The weird thing is,
I mean, I guess anyone could.
Even if you don't believe in the Bible, like, Revelations predicts a lot of things. And a lot of them are, like, it's just weird how
Yeah,
lot of
there's
stuff is
like a lot
lining
of
up.
coincidences. Except a lot of people, it's hard to say that because there's so many weird like metaphors in
Yeah.
that book, like seven-head demon or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and
seven-head
also
dragon.
like it's like English teachers how they do their shit with like they turn everything into a metaphor, like a secret metaphor. I feel like you can do that with anything that you hear. You can just make a secret metaphor out of anything and make it, manipulate it however you
Yeah.
you
Oh
see
yeah,
fit.
like that's how I meant it.
But yeah.
But still, to still say that like 2,000 years before, it's crazy. But like, I still think next time this happens again, dude, stuff's gonna go down. I think there's gonna be, because I think if people are already freaking out about something like this, so imagine something like super serious. Like
Like nukes.
they're all gonna be looking towards someone to take charge. All these governments are like Italy, dude.
Italy's
They're
a crap
horrible.
show.
Yeah, no, Italy fucking sucks, bro.
South Korea was doing bad too. They were leading like the most cases for like 2 months straight. But yeah, dude, you just can't trust. Like, it's hard to know, like, what's told to you if it's real or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
But do you guys have Amazon Prime Video?
Yeah.
Well, someone told me I should watch a show called Hunters. So I did, and it's really interesting because I guess it's based on true events, and it's about, I guess, like the U.S. government brung over a bunch of Nazis and gave them like a clean slate, brought them to America, and like they're like scientists and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So they like helped in the space race and stuff like that.
I
Oh, yeah.
learned about that in history, dude.
So basically, it's like these group of Jews, and they just hunt down Nazis and kill them. It's a pretty cool show, but I don't know. There's
A lot of them went to South America.
Yeah, a lot of people think Hitler is in South America still, and he's living, but he'd be like over 100 years old, like 120 something, some shit like that.
I know for a fact he did not commit suicide. They proved that actually last year that they did an autopsy on that body, and it was a Russian girl. It was a Russian girl. It wasn't Hitler in the bunker that he supposedly committed suicide in. And
Yeah, I think Mr. Boer said something about.
his body's like frozen.
Yeah,
in Russia.
The Russians
have
have
his body
because
yeah.
they stormed
Along
Berlin.
with Walt
Yeah.
Disney. He hated Jews.
Yeah,
Walt
I
Disney.
think he was German, wasn't he?
I don't know. He had a
I
big
don't know.
nose.
I have no idea.
Dude, we have
Might
my
have been
grandma's
Jewish.
brother did some stupid
Like
ancestry
parody.
thing.
Yeah.
And we were always told that we were something Cherokee, like whatever percent.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the test back and it said we were Jewish. And we're like, what? But so I looked into it because I was like, dude, looking at my grandma and our mom, like there has to be something there. Like they're too tan to not. So I looked into it and it won't show up if you're Native American.
Interesting. I've
It
never
won't
taken
show up.
one.
And the only way it does is if 3 generations before you get paperwork and certify it that you're Native American, because there's too much money involved if you are. Because you could be eligible to get like free college and then like casino checks. They don't want to be giving you free money.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, dude, I looked that up. I was like, wow, you have to get paperwork certified from the government if you're Native American. Which I guess kind of makes sense, but it sucks that it
Well,
doesn't
how the
show
hell did
up.
Elizabeth Warren get any fucking? She's like 0.1%.
No, they proved that she's not.
She's like 1 out of 1,026.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
crazy.
That's
saying.
why Trump calls her Pocahontas.
Dude, I don't care what anyone says. He's freaking hilarious.
He is,
Yeah,
man.
he is.
Even if he's not like, even stuff he says isn't like good, it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, sometimes he can be really really dumb with shit like, but
That's
yeah.
why
But
he's
what do you
most part,
expect though? I mean, he's
the
not
perfect,
a politician.
He's
He's
the
not
perfect
a,
president for right
Yeah.
now. He just doesn't care.
He's a
about anything.
businessman.
He's got the cojones, dude.
He just wants to get shit done.
He's from New York too.
Yeah.
That's how New Yorkers talk, dude.
Yeah, for real.
They talk off the cuff all the time.
It's New York City.
New York
I do what I want.
I'm just glad Bernie Sanders didn't beat Biden.
Fucking Bernie, dude.
Dude, there's actually conspiracy about him.
Honestly,
too,
I'm
with
Bernie?
the DNC rigging it so Bernie doesn't win.
yeah, I've
candidacy.
heard about that.
You know what? That's fine with me. On that side, anyway.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care about I don't care about Bernie or fucking Biden, dude.
He wrote a book in the 70s that said it's okay to rape women.
Sanders?
Yeah. Like in 73 he wrote it. Actually might have been before
Okay,
that.
the good thing about Bernie, not the good thing, but the thing I like about him is that he's just straight up. He's like, yeah, I'm going to tax you guys and take all your money.
Yeah, at least we know that.
I
before.
once
We're like,
again
we're
asking
like
for your
other
financial
Democrats are
support.
like shifty. They're like, well, I'm still getting my plan out. It's like, no, you're
yeah,
gonna tax
some
the crap out of us.
7-syllable word they say. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least he tells you before, so you know not to vote for him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's just straight up. He's like, I'm taking all your money.
Dude,
the 1%.
People like that are hypocrites, dude, in a country like this. Cause like, what's his net worth? Like 7 million, dude.
Exactly, man.
He has a private
like
jet.
3 houses and shit. Like,
Yeah,
Just like 3 mansions, whatever. It's something like that. Fucking
he would find
bullshit.
some loophole. Dude, that girl, what's her name? AOC or something. She's a freaking nut. She probably has freaking sweaty nuts too, dude. I mean,
Don't
I'm not
we
gonna
all?
check or anything.
Well,
2 hours and 1 minute in.
I
We
think
got
that's
6 minutes, dude. I'm just joking.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Well, because
man.
you didn't you say it was like 10 minutes?
No, it was yeah. We had 11 minutes before we actually started, but yeah, we'll cut that out. It doesn't really matter. Either way, we got.
And you got offended
Damn
about
near
talking
2.
about my grandma.
I mean, we can keep that in. I'm
I'm
sure. I'm
keeping
sure
it
no
in,
one's gonna
it's
make
just
it
like,
that
yeah.
far anyway.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, well, whatever. But is that it?
How do you guys pick your next guest? Like, how do you do that?
We just kind of just talk to each other, be like, who you want on?
Yeah.
And then most of the time we're like, we don't know, so that we just ask.
We
random
figured
people.
you'd be good, cause well for this especially, but
For the music, yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah, dude, I appreciate it.
yeah, man, it's great having you.
Thanks, man.
You have anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
Not really.
Well,
honestly.
we can throw it in the
I am getting
description.
married in September. Just
That's-
to
Is
let
that
you
like
guys
an
know.
open invitation?
Yeah, is that an open
for people?
invite
Yeah,
to everybody?
you guys can go.
Okay,
Of course I can go.
But yeah, you're in the wedding.
You the best man?
No.
I
the
couldn't
hell?
pick my brothers, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
I
whole
get
politics
that.
thing.
Anyway, I'm Gabe Lewis.
I'm Sean Davis.
And my real name is Cameron Lewis.
And
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
yeah, and then the next one.